So we are live. This is a test. I'm also going to be testing this for a second. See if it shows up on... Okay, we'll see how that goes. Riley, my dog is wilding out. It's the first episode of our podcast.
Unnamed
At the moment.
to be discovered. Kicked off right at kickoff of Thursday Night Football.
Yeah, we're going to have a whole podcast network going after this. Don't know what it's going to be about. We're going to be commentating the Baltimore Ravens Buccaneers game, as well as talking about the movie we just saw, Black Adam, and the other movie things that might be going on in our lives.
As well as life in general. Who knows what could come up?
Who knows? Jake, who do you think is going to win this game?
I'm feeling a strong Ravens. I think the Bucks and Brady are washed. I guess it's because of the divorce on the table for Brady you were telling me about.
Yeah, I think so too. I feel like it's just not his year. And what are the what's the Ravens record?
Ravens, like
4-3. I thought they were better than that.
They've only been down the entire season. They've only been losing for 1 minute and 57 seconds. The entire year, and they have
really,
3
but
losses.
they just lose always at the end of the game.
They lose like right at the end of the game.
Okay.
Heartbreakers.
I feel like they'll make it to the Super Bowl and lose.
I said right before the game, Tony Gonzalez was like, Mark Andrews is going to have 65 yards tonight. If you remember, I was like, that's bullshit. He's going to have more. He just had the first 2 catches. He has 30 yards already.
You heard it here first.
Not only do I know movies, I know sports.
He's a double threat.
Yeah.
That's all he knows.
Every woman's dream.
Oh, yeah. I like movies and sports. Oh, wow.
Yeah. I'm a guy, but I'm also a little bit not a guy.
How do you mean?
I don't know. Movies are artistic sometimes.
No, movies definitely capture a more
Black Adam was
emotional
not
side.
Not very emotional. You cry?
I think when Adam Smasher professed his love to Cyclone,
yeah,
that got a couple tears going.
Yeah.
But other than that, no, I actually think if they took out the slow motion and color graded it down a little bit, I would have liked it a lot more.
Yeah.
But I still had a good time with it.
Yeah. I was saying I enjoyed the style. Like, you only saw him for a second, but whatever those skeleton things that came up out of the ground, they're pretty dope looking. I liked them.
Yeah.
Video game-esque.
I heard video game would be a great way to put it because I felt like a lot of the action even was just like very video game inspired. Like, it felt like everyone was doing like in video games when it slows down kind of vibe.
Mm-hmm.
And even the colors and the CGI felt like a video game a lot.
Yeah.
Gave me 300 vibes a little bit too.
Yeah. There was that one shot to start that was straight out of 300 when he like kicks
Oh,
him off
yeah. Heavily
thing.
Inspired by 300.
Yeah. Zack Snyder. Was he
pitch
involved?
deck.
Is he like producing those?
No, he's not really involved anymore. He might have like small producer credits because he started like the DC universe in a way, but I don't think he actually has any sort of sway anymore. He's definitely out of the picture.
They're definitely replicating his style a bit because it felt like
they're trying to
Snyder
fit it
movie
into that
almost.
universe too, I think.
I want to look up the director, see what else that dude's done.
I bet he's done a lot of music videos.
That's probably a good poll.
I'm sure curious what the DP has done as well.
Wait, I know this dude. Okay, he's a horror movie dude. He did
I see that.
He did most recently actually no, he produced that. Let me see the directing credits here. Oh, he did Jungle Cruise.
Oh.
So
okay.
Yeah, he did The Shallows, Nonstop. Did you see Nonstop?
You know, I actually I did.
It was good. I was like, it was one of those I just had a good time watching. I saw it.
Yeah, I remember because I think I don't know. All I remember from that movie is the pilot when it's like going down. He like pulls up the plane and he's like, "Come on, you wanker!" And then it like lifts up right before hitting the ground. I remember that just like got
It's
a good
pretty
laugh.
electric.
Got a laugh from the audience. I feel like that was like the first one of the first post Taken Liam Neeson action flicks.
Yeah, that like stuck with me.
Yeah,
sure.
the rest haven't really.
Like, I would actually recommend that movie to people.
Oh, I would too.
It was a good time.
It was a good like contained type of movie.
Mm-hmm.
If you're looking for that sort of thing.
That director, he also did, which I don't know if you've seen it, but Orphan, the horror movie.
No. What does the poster look like?
It's like this little girl right here.
I've definitely seen that poster.
Yeah.
Is it a TV show too, or am I mistaken?
No,
Or
I
is it
think
like a sequel?
they just made a sequel, so they've probably been
Okay.
seeing that around the town.
I don't know why. Yeah.
Somehow the Ravens got in the red zone. I missed that. It was 3rd and 9, and they did not. It must have been a muff punt.
Fred Lamar Jackson is good.
Yeah.
And I saw on the TV at the gym today that the Bucks have given up like 24 average points per game or something like that.
Yeah.
Something high
Yeah.
20s maybe.
They're kind of washed. I have their defense in fantasy, and
Oh, that's rough.
they get some stuff sometimes, but they're on the table for getting dropped right now.
Who won the Super Bowl last year? Chiefs?
Rams.
Rams. Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I remember that. They
And
played
they're-
the Chiefs though.
Yeah, they're not good now. That's
The
for
Rams
sure.
aren't?
Yeah, no, they are not. They just had a bye week, so who knows? They could bounce back, but they've looked pretty bad. I think they're like 3-4.
I feel like a lot of teams are very like 3-4, 4-3. Like no one's really like undefeated. I don't.
No,
think.
yeah, only team undefeated still is the Eagles. Which is kind
Eagles.
of a
Oh yeah,
surprise.
yeah. Eagles are good this year.
Very surprising. Very surprising. But no, our favorite part of Black Adam was me, you.
Oh yeah, you and me.
You and me. On the ship?
That
Me
I
and
think. You know what? That made me realize like the best moments are the ones that like that just felt like real. Like
Yeah.
it didn't feel like.
Well, because they did it the second time, it made me think. I was like, I wonder if like that like tested well, and they're like, oh, let's like do another scene and get that
Maybe.
worked in again. I don't know.
Like that's a scene I feel like if I was directing, I would have seen that and I would have laughed.
Yeah,
Like I'd be like, "That's great."
they
That-
came up with that in the writers' room.
Yeah,
Like, that's
great
pretty
delivery
funny.
on that one. Like that could have been really bad, but
Yeah, you wonder
decent
how
comedy.
many-
I did laugh a few times because it was
Yeah.
so bad and because it was so good. Like
yeah,
not so. None of it was like bad, but like this Adam Smasher stuff was a little much for me.
yeah.
Like,
I
it
mean,
just
those
felt
two
so-
characters were not fleshed out like
No.
as characters, but
No, that's what I'm saying. Like take away a little slow motion, flesh them out because I didn't like dislike their scenes. I just
No.
wanted a little more.
yeah. I mean, all that could go really bad. Like we've seen movies where it's just like cringy and unwatchable, like those. But
No, they didn't, like, push it
didn't-
too hard
didn't
where they're
hit
like-
that line.
I thought they were gonna like kiss at the end or something. Unless
yeah,
I was in
they
the
were
bathroom.
hinting at that.
I don't know.
like, no, yeah, no, you didn't miss
Okay.
anything. You didn't miss anything.
Oh, that made me think. There was a lot of him like eating as a joke in the film as well.
Which got who?
Adam Smasher. Like
He
it
was-
was that whole like because he was like eating. He's like
Oh yeah,
gotta
eating
keep the
chicken.
calories up for the.
Oh.
Takes a lot of energy
See,
to grow.
It's like, it was such a small piece of it. My brain washed it away.
Yeah.
Just washed it away. Yeah. Yeah, I think the last DC movie I saw was The Suicide Squad. I don't know
really
if I
liked
missed
it.
anything in between there. Yeah, what was the weird
there was any.
weasel looking dude?
Yeah, Weasel. I
That
think
was
his name.
hilarious.
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
I'm like Polka Dot Man. It's pretty like it's not like that's like a revolutionary guy or anything. Just like the way you were able to make him like such a likable character, even though it's like probably nothing out of the comics. Like I feel like Polka Dot Man was a more likable character than like any superhero I've seen in a long time in Marvel or anything like that. Like I felt like
Mhm.
more connected to his like internal world,
Yeah.
like with his mother and everything.
no, yeah.
Like I
hear
felt
you.
his death more than like a lot of other deaths.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, whenever one of these movies is PG-13, you just know there's not going to be. You have an instinct that there's not going to be an emotional death, and so like the stakes always feel so low. So
Yeah.
that's why I like the R-rated ones too, because you'll get something kind of out of left field.
I feel like they like probably thought about an R rating for this movie, and then thought not.
Yeah, I mean he was killing hella people, so like you could.
They definitely wanted you to know he was killing a lot of
Yeah.
people. They told us a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, he was. They did that. The just yeet someone into the distance
Yeah,
like 3
like,
separate times.
I mean, it was good. It
I
worked.
like it. I like
worked.
it. And The Rock, my dad brought up this point where it's like, The Rock is such a likable dude, but to have him play like this kind of like
He impressed
pretty
me.
like he's not a villain, but like he was just like reserved. Like the whole performance was kind of like contained.
Yeah, and I actually thought he did a really good job. Like I was expecting The Rock to be The Rock,
Mm-hmm.
like based on the trailer, but I kind of like I believed him as this like distant person.
Yeah.
Like not like this charming guy
Yeah.
that he always plays.
No, he does always surprise me. Like, he is truly a dude that can get my money. Like, I forget what it was, but there's some movie, okay, where there's San Andreas, where like
I
that
haven't
whole
seen San
place.
Andreas.
It
I
was
do
that
like those types of movies though a lot.
And then there was the one with like the tall building. I forget. I don't know.
Skyscraper.
Skyscraper. Yeah, I like saw those, and like every time I walk away, I'm like, Rock is just really watchable. I just like that guy. I can see him do anything.
Well, that's why he gets a movie like this made, I guess. Like, I feel like this wouldn't have gotten made without him. Well, he was trying to get this made for like 15 years.
Yeah, I saw that on, I think, the internet somewhere. Yeah, it was like, what? They announced it in like 2008 or some shit.
Yeah, like those interviews where he's like, yeah, I'm working on Black Adam next.
It's
Like, yeah, no, you're
not yet, bud.
Give it a few
Professor Fate should have
Yeah,
warned him about that
yeah.
one.
I liked that character too. I kind of liked him more than like Doctor Strange, even
Yeah.
though he's like the same vibe.
What was your take on the most recent Doctor Strange?
I liked it enough.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't love it. I think it's like, I kind of think it fell victim to being after Everything Everywhere All at Once, where that movie actually explores multiverses, and like the only thing that Doctor Strange does is they like jump through a bunch at once.
Yeah.
And then that's kind of it.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it. I didn't like dislike it at all. I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
Like, it was top tier Marvel for me.
Really top tier?
Upper third.
Upper third. Upper third.
like if I have like a top 30 list, it's probably top 15, top half, I'd say. I guess I don't know.
Yeah. Like, if it was a fraternity, like, you'd be happy to go there and party, but like, you don't necessarily feel privileged being there.
I guess I don't know the analogy. But I see what you're saying.
No, yeah. The other thing with these superhero movies is like this one specifically. Like, I had to lean over to you because I hadn't seen Shazam or whatever else would be connected with this.
You should see Shazam. It's good.
It's good.
Yeah.
That new trailer didn't look great, I'll be honest, but maybe if I saw the first one.
Yeah, the first one had some. It had a good heart.
Is that the same director, the dude that did the horror movies, David F. Sandberg?
Yeah.
I love him.
I think he did Lights Out.
Lights Out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
that'll scare the shit out of you if you ever wanna.
I think I saw that with you. Did
the
I?
feature? If we went. And saw
Yeah,
it?
maybe.
It's a tough one to just sit still through.
Yeah, no, it was a fun, like, jumpy. Like, the theater I went to was like having fun in it, so it was good.
That's one of those things. Just like he just figured out a concept for that short film, and you just couldn't
Just stretch it out.
It's a horrifying concept. You've seen the short film?
Yeah.
You just flip the light on, flip the light off, and it's just like it's one of the most unnerving things I've ever seen.
Because we all know that feeling.
Chris Godwin on the move. No, didn't get there. But yeah, it's
Yeah. No, I've seen that.
okay. This is another one recently come out. Smile.
I haven't seen that. I've just seen the marketing stuff for it.
Yeah. So like the marketing for it made me think like, oh, like this might just be like some cheesy like kind of throwaway horror movie. Because the marketing was honestly so good, it was like just dying to get you in a seat.
Yeah.
And while it wasn't like a great movie per se, like if we're talking artistically, but like again, it's like this concept that they had. It was pretty scary. Like I hadn't been. I see horror movies sometimes and they definitely get to me, but this one, like, I had to like play a podcast while I was going to sleep. Like it's
really
with me. Yeah, it truly did.
What is it even about? I just assumed it was about like people and like maybe when they like it's kind of like a Joker thing, like when they're dead they're like stuck smiling or something. I don't even know.
Yeah, no. It's actually this is what gets to you. It's a little bit like It Follows meets like The Happening.
Oh.
So basically it's this demon that like haunts you for like a week pretty much, and then when it possesses you, it like the demon possesses you and like you do that smile, like that poster smile.
Yeah.
Like this.
And
and so you do that to whoever you're looking at, and then like you like kill yourself. Like the opening scene is a patient's like, oh my god, I'm being haunted by this thing or whatever, and then she like gets possessed, smiles, and just like slits her throat right in front of the therapist. Opening scene, so no big spoilers.
So does the therapist like do that to someone else?
Yeah, and so then whenever the demon possesses you, it like looks at you, smiles, kills, and then it's like it passes off. So
gotcha.
Very much. Did you see It Follows? I don't know if I'm pulling references that even hit with you, but it's like a.
I didn't see It Follows, but I think I kind of
You get the
I
concept.
deduced the concept based on the
Yeah.
it follows and happening is like the smoke or something.
But basically, so what about Smile that like stuck with me? Come on, Lenny, get in there,
Do you have
what
him?
stuck with me? I do. It's in a team. I was 0-6 and I got my first win last week. We're looking to build that momentum, make the playoffs.
Oh, I see.
So.
Oh, and 6.
0-6.
And you actually
probably
check
my
it.
worst team of all time.
I'm just putting my dog outside for a moment.
Jonah's leaving the mic. No, all good. So what was scary about Smile is it's the way that it haunts you for those like that week up until possessing you is it'll just it gets closer to you right throughout the week and it'll just smile. It looks like it can look like someone you know, it can look like someone you've never seen. It's not really the point of it. Like it's not supposed to trick you and be like, "Wait, is that my dad looking at me?" It's just someone anyone just sitting there like smiling at you. And you're the only person who can see it.
Oh, no one else can see it?
No
like,
one else
if I'm
can
looking
see
at
it.
you and you're smiling, but like,
So, like,
someone else walks in and you look at you and you're fine.
Well, basically, no. It's
Riley,
like
go pee-pee.
Like, if I was being haunted by it right now, I would be sitting here talking to you, and you couldn't see it, but, like, the demon thing, which just looks like a person, would be standing there smiling at me this whole time. And if I would be like, Jonah, like, do you see that? You'd be like, no. And so, like, the woman starts sounding insane. Like, there's this scene where she's in a birthday party, and there's just people around, and there's just a person standing there amidst the crowd, smiling at her, and like you just can't. Like, she tries to tell people, but she sounds insane, and it just like it felt like one of those things. Like, if I was in her situation, it would be one of the most like the concept itself would be like one of the most horrifying horror movie concepts to have to live through. If there was just constantly someone watching you and smiling at you for like a week and you knew it was like a demon that was like working on possessing you.
Especially at like night when you're trying to go to bed.
Yeah. There's a great scene where she's just like laying in bed with her back turned to it and it's just standing like down the hallway, just watching her smiling. And there's nothing you can do. And it's just like hovering around you. It's cool. Stuck with me.
And they defeat it in a way, I assume, at the end?
No, or
No,
I guess
don't.
spoiler alert.
I mean, you don't have to tell me how, but I was like, I was going to ask how, but I want you to, I guess you can spoil it.
Well,
I'm probably
they
not gonna watch it.
basically the way to beat it is to
Go pee-pee.
let it possess you and kill yourself, not looking at it. So like they dig into the history and it's like there's been chains in like Brazil that we found and things like that. And so the way you do it is like you beat him is by just like being somewhere not around people when it possesses you and has you kill yourself, because it gets passed on if someone watches you commit suicide.
But like you just
Yeah.
get possessed by the demon and just like kill yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Does the demon look different every time to every person?
Yeah. It can look like really anyone. It should mainly just think about it as like a stranger. If a stranger was
Just like
smiling at you.
anyone. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be like someone close to you, maybe.
Yeah, you get to
No.
see the demon at some point too. He's kind of cool.
I thought you said it was just a person.
It is, but like once those
Oh,
that
like
final
proper
day
demon?
comes and
Okay.
it comes after you, you like see what it really looks like, and he's kind of creepy. Good effects. The actress was phenomenal. That's one thing I've noticed with horror movies is the acting's got to be top tier.
A lot, yeah. Like even when I saw the newest Scream, like I think about like these people are like in tears at the beginning of the film, like because of getting like stabbed and stuff, and I'm like, they really like go there, you know?
Yeah, we were talking about that today, where it's like,
And
you know, if you were to play the Atom Smasher, like you didn't need tons of range to pull off that performance, but like a horror movie, like you got to have some serious
You really
talent
do,
to
yeah.
like, make that shit believable. Like you
Yeah.
got to be scared.
Yeah, you gotta be like traumatized.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see the new Scream?
I did. Yeah.
Did you like it?
I enjoyed it. You know me, I'm like Scream's like that was my first favorite movie, and I loved the series. The fourth one's my second favorite.
Riley?
But
I'm gonna have to walk her after this.
Gotcha. But no, the new one, it was good. You know, it just like
It was very
it was missing
average to
something
me.
for me, and you very clearly they were setting up for more, which like I'd be into and I would see. But like it's one of those things where it's like they were walking that line of like how much do we include the old cast and the new cast, and I don't know. It just like left me feeling like I desired more.
Apparently, what's her name? Who's like the main girl? She's like the main.
Oh,
character.
Sydney.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sydney Prescott.
Mhm.
That
Yes.
actress is not coming back because apparently she doesn't feel like she's getting paid enough.
Yeah. Well, she
But,
all
I mean,
like
she is Scream.
she is
so
Scream,
it's like,
and they had no idea how to use her in this
yeah,
newest movie.
like her and Courtney Cox just kind of like show up.
Yeah. They used David Arquette
Yeah.
very well. Very well.
Yeah. How
Love
did you
that,
feel
eh?
about?
Tragic.
Yeah. Were you sad?
Tragic. My brother called me after he saw it, just an absolute fit, just ranting.
Like, how the fuck did they do that?
in
to him?
anger, but like this sort of anger, like he was clearly like emotionally hurt. So like that's where
Yeah.
the anger was coming from.
No.
Like he wasn't angry
That's
with
good, though.
filmmakers. He
That's
was just
good.
like, it's like how could he be so dumb to turn back from the elevator?
Yeah, I know.
He's lived his whole life avoiding this thing, and he does something so dumb right at the end, and it was great. It was great. I miss him,
Yeah.
but I understand they had to. I like the balls to take out someone too.
Yeah, I agree. Because like, I was not expecting him to die, even though like it was set up so much for him to.
Yeah,
I was like, I didn't think they actually like would.
I could smell it coming from a mile away too. You just like as soon as that scene started, you're like, oh fuck, here it is.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Yeah. No. Any other films you've watched recently? I'm trying to think other than I gotta go see Amsterdam still
Yeah.
and The Woman King and
You gotta go see The Woman King.
gotta. Well, it's kind of like this. Like, I literally live next to a movie theater, and I pay $25 a month to use it. Like, why don't I
Just
just
hit
walk
it up.
down and see it?
Just hit it up.
I like John Boyega too. I saw that movie with him.
That movie's just
The
at
Rock-
such a distance to me that it's like it's just called like The Woman King. I'm like,
I think it's about. I'm probably very wrong on this, but I think it's about a king played by John Boyega who uses women warriors. I don't think it's about a woman being king, because then that would be a queen.
yeah.
So I think it's about a
The
king.
woman.
who
Oh,
who
shit.
Tasks
Okay.
women to be war. I think that's
All
what
right.
it is. But
I'm
it's like
into
about
it.
Viola Davis. So maybe she's the woman.
I
She's
thought
the
she
king
was
of
the,
the women.
the Woman King.
I don't know.
Sequel, The Man Queen.
Or maybe it's
That
maybe it's like,
would probably
They're like,
go very well.
why do we have a different name than the men? Like, why am I not the king? And they're like, okay, you're the woman king. I don't know. That's
You know,
my
they
theory.
definitely knew what they were doing when they picked that
I mean,
title.
I think it
but-
looks good, personally.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I might as well.
I know very little about it.
Well, because nothing else is coming out until like Fablemans, which I'm hyped
We're
for.
gonna
But
get wrecked with great movies from basically Fablemans on.
yeah, and then I don't know what else is coming. I think Blood and All or Bones and All.
Bones and All.
Is that what it's called?
What is that?
Timothy Chalamet joint.
Oh,
Eduardo Dino joint.
honestly, I actually forgot. I'm like
It's
thinking
like the
Avatar.
cannibal love story.
Oh, I'm into it.
Ironic considering same guy that directed Call Me by Your Name, starring Cannibal Army Hammer.
Oh, I like that.
Maybe it
I
was-
like that a lot.
Imagine in the movie like post
What
credit
is
scene.
that like? What's
Army Hammer comes in. It's a Call Me by Your Name
just
tie-in.
winks at the camera,
Yeah.
cut to black.
Yeah.
What is the extent of his cannibalism? Like,
He would like text women like, you know how Adam Levine is like, holy fuck your body and stuff. Like he was like DMing them.
yeah,
Army Hammer would be like, oh my gosh, I just want to like eat your heart.
body.
Yeah, I just want to like chop off your fingers and eat them. You know, like,
Yeah,
like when people are like, "Oh, you're so cute. I just could just eat you up."
yeah. He
But,
was
like,
eating
he
him
means
up.
it. You know,
He was eating it. So
I
was
think
he
he
like,
wants to like drink people's blood type deal.
He was like. So was he performing this, or was it all just talk? Was it all cap?
I'm pretty sure it was real, and I'm pretty sure he's like abusive to people and stuff. So, well, I mean, he's not in anything anymore.
Yeah,
Like there's a
he's
there's
not in
a
everything
thing-
everywhere all the time.
No, he's not. That would have been like, I think he would have done well in that movie, honestly, though, as like a villain. But no, because he was on like the Tonight Show a while back, and he was like, yeah, I was in Italy, and I asked for a steak, and they brought a raw steak, and so I just ate it because I felt bad sending it back.
And you were like, bud.
And it's like kind of like low key. It's like
So was he like? Was his thing like? Would he order like human meat on the black market, or would he like
no, he
invite
just,
people
like, that
over
was
and
his, like,
cut off their
fetish.
fingers?
I don't know. Let me see what his he DM'd people.
It was like a sexual thing. I don't know. I'm interested in cannibalism.
Army Hammer.
Armie Hammer was such a likable dude too.
Was he though?
Like an in memoriam for Army Hammer, like Social
don't know.
Network. Lit.
Yeah.
Sorry to bother you, lit.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Social Network's the main one. He was going off in that. Apparently, he was like edited to death out of Death of the Nile. Like as many scenes as they could manage without him. I don't know if you saw that.
I mean, I think they kind of just cut him out of the trailers, then like didn't worry about like if you're in the movie, you're already in the movie. Like,
did you see it?
you already? Yeah, I saw it. I did not like it at all.
Gotcha.
Thought it was, it felt a little artificial to me. I don't know. It just didn't grasp me like I wanted it to. I was really excited for it. And I just felt kind of distant the whole time from it, the characters.
Yeah. What were the, like, I don't know. You think, like, a mystery movie, like, how can you fuck that up? Was it just, like, didn't really have you in suspense?
Yeah, no.
Excuse me.
Oh, yeah, here are the Army Hammer DMs. No response to any of these, but this is in succession. Oh, my God, that just made me so hard it makes me confused as to why. Is that even possible? So hard. Thinking of holding your heart in my hand and controlling when it beats.
Oh.
I am 100% a cannibal.
Oh.
I want to eat you. Fuck. That's scary to admit. And then this is the other one. Say that you're mine. M-I-N-E. I own you now. I'll own you forever. She said, I do. I am yours, daddy. He
Ooh.
said, good girl. Your body is so fucking perfect and it's mine and I'm into you. I need your blood. I crave it. Will you give it to me tomorrow? Don't forget that you're mine. That topic, once again, it is very intense. I'm intense.
Oh.
I need your blood. I want you to feed me with it.
But it's. Do you think he was drinking blood at the end of the day?
I don't know. That sounded pretty convincing.
sounded
I feel like he would,
Or is it?
but I think he like pressured women into doing it type
yeah.
deal.
Yeah.
I
He
don't
probably
know.
had some
I'm
sort
sure
of
they
system.
have themselves like kept secret, to be safe.
Wow, like, how do you end up there? Like, I love thinking of like watching serial killer shows, figuring out like what their mentality was and where it all went wrong. I'm like, for someone successful in Hollywood, like, where does it come when you're like, I really want to fucking drink your blood?
I think they get to a point where like they're just so detense. Well, he comes from like a history. There was a documentary called The House of Hammer.
Okay.
I haven't seen, but I think he comes from a long history of like extremely rich family.
Yeah.
So I have a feeling they have like some really dark secrets type
those
thing.
delicacies.
And he probably grew up around some like fucked up like. I haven't seen the movie,
Yeah.
but what's that movie? The Stanley Kubrick one that he didn't finish.
Yeah, Eyes Wide Shut.
I haven't seen that, but isn't that like a cult type deal?
Amazing. Yeah. It's got some shit going on.
I imagine it's that sort of thing for him.
Yeah.
And he played. Do you remember Sorry to Bother You?
Mm-hmm.
He played the rich like horse guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Very close
Just
to
in
home.
his DNA.
Yeah.
I get it. Riley, do you need to go out?
We can do that in a minute. You're okay, puppy. You just want me to throw you the ball.
She just wants to have a good time.
Yeah. I started watching this movie, Being There. I'm like halfway through it. It's starring I don't recall. It's on HBO Max. But anyway, it's about this guy who grew up. You know what I like about like 80s and 90s movies is they can do like cheeky ideas that don't make any sense, but like you don't question them. Like the guy
Was this a 80s 90s?
Yeah,
I haven't heard of it.
But it's so it's about a guy. He's a gardener for this rich guy, and he's been a gardener in this estate or this like condo home with a courtyard his whole life. So he's
Gotcha.
never been outside.
Okay.
And he's
Yeah,
learned
not believable,
everything
but
through
yeah.
TV.
Oh, okay. I like
But
it.
like you don't question it. You
Yeah.
know, it's kind of because you like it's played real, and then the guy dies. So the lawyers come and they're like, "You have to leave because this isn't your house." So it's like him walking around Washington D.C. and apparently I haven't gotten to this part, but it's like someone hits him, so they pick him up in the car, and I think she turns out to be a rich person, so he like works his way up in society, type deal.
But like all through knowledge of movie and TVs.
Yeah, and like is like basically doesn't have any like social skills.
Gotcha.
You know,
Gotcha.
it's interesting. I like.
Who's in it? Anyone big?
It's this comedian. I don't recall his name, but he plays it very honest.
That's good. It's like a heavy drama, hard hitting.
No. Yes.
It makes me think of that documentary. I haven't seen it, but
Peter
heard good
Sellers.
things. Oh,
is the
Peter
name?
Sellers?
Yeah. And
Oh, I
it's
bet
directed by
that's-
Hal Ashby.
Okay, that's a great combo.
Yeah. It's good.
Definitely worth checking. What made you want to check that out?
Guy from my acting class recommended it.
Mm.
He's like, it's genius, man.
Genius.
Like, okay. And I was like,
Might
yeah,
be.
I bet.
Might be.
Like it's a movie I've been looking at because I think the poster gives me like surrealist vibes,
Mm-hmm.
and I wanted to watch that.
Yeah. Scratch that itch. Yeah, it
Mhm.
makes me think of that Three Identical Strangers documentary.
Oh
don't know
yeah, I
if you've
love
seen it.
that.
What is that one? I haven't seen it. I want to watch it, but that's like three guys that just only watch movies like in a locked.
No,
room or
no.
something?
That's a different one. That came out the same like time.
Oh
as-
wait, yeah. What am I? No,
That's
the
called-
Wolfpacker.
Yeah, that one's.
Yeah,
I gotta
yeah.
rewatch that. That was really good though too.
Yeah.
Similar concept though. Because Three Identical Strangers, it's both about like parents hiding things from their kids, kind of.
Mm-hmm. The Three Identical.
Yeah, do you know what it's about?
It's like what, three like twins that were split up
Yeah, and then
at birth. Or
like
something?
yeah, and yeah, but there was like something deeper about like, you know what it was? Oh yeah, there's like a twist in it. I'll tell you the twist.
All right, hit me.
But so like they discover each other because one of them goes to college and like he's getting like waved at around campus. They're like, "Hey," and saying a different name. He's like, "This is
Oh.
weird," and so he goes into like a room, and he's like, he like meets his roommate, or this guy like walks by him in his room, and he's like, "Holy shit! Like I gotta go," or whatever. It's like, "What are you talking about?" And so he like calls the other dude and realizes they have a twin because they ended up accidentally going to the same school.
Mm-hmm.
And then they find the third one because it's like they went on the news because like it's such a crazy story.
Right.
And then they do some digging and find out they were all part of an experiment for nature versus nurture,
No way.
where like these, I think it was like these doctors like took them and split them up and gave them to different parents and didn't like tell the parents
Oh my god.
or something,
And-
or told the parents but told them like it was like didn't tell them it was an experiment.
I feel like what then? That shows like nature won out at the end.
Because they wanted to see, if they were the same, like
General person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And I mean, if they ended up at the same college, like that's something.
yeah,
pretty
yeah. So like
insane.
two of them became like really similar, and one I think was really like there was something there. I don't remember. Like you have to watch it to
Sounds
find
like
out.
worth a shot. I'm into it.
Yeah, it was cool.
I'm
It was
into
well
it.
done too.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't watch too many documentaries. I've definitely been feeling
neither.
like we were talking about it, but like I've been watching the Dahmer show. I'm watching The Watcher on Netflix, which are both those Ryan Murphy products. And
What's The Watcher? I
It's,
heard it wasn't. I think it's not good. Wait, maybe I'm thinking of something else.
No, you probably heard it's not great, but it's like kind of just like a guilty pleasure. Like right now, I'm trying to watch things that can help me just turn my brain off, and so it's like this kind of bad mystery of like this family who's getting letters in the mail, and the letters are like really creepy, and they're like, I'm watching you, like it's good to see
Okay.
young blood, and they keep saying young blood. You like there's like a narration with it. You don't know
Okay.
who it is. It's a mini series. Bobby Cannavale is. I love that guy.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
You know who I thought? You know who I thought of?
Who?
Bobby Moynihan. Bobby Moynihan.
And on his 14th consecutive season. But
And I was like, oh, nice to see him outside of SNL.
that's the guy that like I would like if you knew that show, it'd be so funny if it was Bobby Moynihan in that role. I've thought about that. Like if you just I was watching when we were watching Black Adam, I thought about it. I was
Like a Bobby Moynihan show.
No.
You would have brought so much more charisma to like any role in that movie.
No,
No,
he
you know
would've-
what? You know what?
I don't think he wants to be in stuff, but no. So, like you know, some shit like that. I was watching Black Adam, and like at the end, I forget. Like he's like looking at the throne, and he's like, "Should I go sit on the throne or something?" And my stupid brain was just like, "What if he just hit like a massive dab right now? If he just went like, whop, like the whole movie's dead serious, and for no reason, like he just like dabbed and it like." You know, sent out a shockwave. I'm like, somebody's got to just like spend $100 million on a movie and then like ask like a 13-year-old to like make one choice about it that makes no sense.
Like Dwayne Johnson just gets on the throne. He starts like
Just flossing. He hits the gritty and just
On the way up.
he's walking up to the throne like this serious fucking character. Come on, like that would get people in theaters who'd be like,
But I want them to do that and then not have like a joke like I saw that on TV, and then everyone be like, "Don't do that ever again."
No,
like don't have any Marvel.
no one
like,
recognizes it or acknowledges it. It's just like if people go see like I don't know what to tell you about this movie, dude,
Adam
but
Smasher's like,
he just hit a gritty when he was walking up to the throne at the end.
oh my god. Or it's like a whole, and then like maybe they like zoom out and like ninjas like on his stream like Black Adam just took over all these Twitch streamers. I don't know. Make it weird.
Yeah, just like throw away $100 million. Like I think that would be funny, you know.
'Cause
That's
at
something
that point,
people have to go
That's not going to
see.
change anyone's opinion of the movie at that point. And they might be
No.
like, that joke didn't land.
Yeah,
But like, if we were in the theater and that happened, I don't think I would have laughed.
Yeah.
Because I think would have been like, what the fuck just happened?
like you're sitting there watching Infinity War, and like you know, it's like okay, like we've spent like billions of dollars on this franchise. Like you want to pay off this moment, like Iron Man snaps, kills Thanos, resets everything. You just zoom in, and the things crawl up his fingers onto his glove, and he just goes, "Can I get a Hoya?" Like just do something like that. Just throw that money away.
Just throw it away. Oh my god, that would make people so mad. Though. Like, can you imagine?
Don't let me produce movies.
That would destroy them. That would have ruined the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Like, they would never be able to recover from that. You'd be like, do you remember how you handled Iron Man's death? Oh my god.
What was Iron Man's final words? Well, it was written as "I am Iron Man."
But Robert insisted.
He insisted to get a Hoya.
And he does that and he dies.
And Thanos is looking at him.
Everyone-
He's like, Hoya.
And he explodes.
Boom.
All the Avengers say it at once.
Yeah, that's what movies need more of.
They do. They do need a
Take
little
some
more fun.
risks. They're just
Actually,
playing it
though.
safe, man. There should be at least a gritty in every movie in 2023.
There's just no. I was thinking about it. There's no more like proper. I feel like comedy, really good comedies, like
There's not. I
without
miss
jokes
it.
like, well, that's gonna leave a mark. Like stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
nothing like old school.
Yeah.
Like just like classic stuff.
Yeah, not even like the Apatow, but just when it was just like you just had a straight man and then everyone else was just insane around him. You know, like a
Yeah.
Jason Bateman, a fucking Vince Vaughn. Like where like those movies, I
like-
miss those. They were a nice comfort. Adam Sandler.
Yeah, like This Is the End or something. Like I haven't laughed hard in a movie theater since like This Is the End. I feel like
This
since
Is the
something like
End is
that.
one of the absolute funniest, best movies of all time.
And I was getting sad the other day because like James Franco's canceled. Jonah Hill doesn't really act comedy anymore. Seth Rogen doesn't really act comedy anymore. And I'm like,
No.
that generation, that era's over.
gone.
And I was just getting
We're
kinda
gone.
sad.
And I don't know we don't have a new generation of comedy, do we?
I don't know. Billy Eichner?
Bros?
I haven't seen it.
I'm excited.
I kind of want to.
That'd be a good watch. I watched I'm not gonna. It's Charlie Day, Jenny Slate.
Oh my god.
I Want You Back.
Oh, is that cute?
It's good. It's good.
I do want to
It's
see
cute. It's cute. It was a good breakup movie. Like still aftermath trauma of
Yeah.
mine. Like it hits you. Like the whole
Okay.
thing is like get broken up with, and they're like, all right, like we're gonna help each other get our significant other back.
that. And then they fall in love.
Yeah, but
Classic.
it's like it's safe. You know what's going down from the start.
No, but that's good.
Yeah, and it's the dude who directed it, Jason Orley. He did Big Time Adolescence.
Is that the Pete Davidson joint?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I feel like he could be delving into like just kind of some comfort. Just,
I do like that
just
stuff.
funny, sort of real movies that you like. There's some.
Yeah. I like Palm Springs. That's another one.
Oh, Palm Springs
that was really good.
great. I recently
Out of
rewatched
nowhere.
that. I rewatched that. I matched with a girl on Hinge, and we had gone on a few dates.
Yeah.
And we were watching, and she came over one night, and we were watching Palm Springs, and and we ended up not watching a lot of it, but I ended up getting like horrible like strep throat for like a week
God.
from hanging out with her, and so that's my last memory of Palm Springs.
Oh, nice.
But
Love to
great
have a
movie.
memory like that.
Great
Yeah.
movie. But yeah, I Want You Back was good. There was some really funny like laugh out loud moments. Charlie
Okay.
Day. So
No, yeah, I was gonna say
I like to laugh out loud.
Always Sunny is also like one of the last like I feel like proper comedy things I watch and like will laugh at recently.
Yeah, I haven't kept up with.
Neither
it.
have I.
They're kind of getting old, like looking at them in the eye.
And like
Just a
yeah,
little
you can
too
tell
old
they're
for
like
me.
also like yeah, they're like in better shape than the characters should be in.
Mm-hmm.
Like physically.
Yeah,
Like they should be like gross
yeah.
at this point in their lives.
But they're holding.
But
they're
like you
keeping
can
it tight.
tell like they like keep it together.
Charlie Day keeps it tight.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
wouldn't
yeah.
tell a difference between him in the last 20 years.
Have you listened to their podcast?
No, I've
It's
heard
good.
it's really good.
It's
I've heard it's
really
crazy.
funny. I was laughing out loud at their podcast in the car by myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't laugh out loud very much anymore. That the Shane
No,
Gillis
I
dude
don't
I was
either.
showing you,
Yeah.
he like has a podcast and it like will make me laugh out loud 20 plus times an episode. So
I see.
I'm getting back in the laugh track of the world.
I definitely do more now that I'm older. Like I used to not very much at all,
Mhm.
like when I was younger. But now I'm kind of like, oh,
I don't know if it was maybe a phase I was going through. Now I
yeah.
get,
Now
I get
I'm
a
not. I'm not too cool for it anymore.
good yuck every now and then.
Yeah.
Yeah, It's Always Sunny. It's got the I feel like it's the writing that holds up. Like it's like they know how to like stay relevant and stay very funny and like smart at the same time.
Yeah.
Very much like a South Park.
Exactly.
that
They're
they keep
human
going.
South Park. Yeah.
Family Guy does not fall in that. Their formula is just like really dumb comedy, and I
Yeah.
feel like it's gonna.
That was
fade
like
out
the
soon.
time
I love it still, but
Yeah. It's a good late night depression show.
it is. That
Late
was
night.
like,
I'm sad.
that was my comfort show
Yeah.
when I was growing up, or like if
Or
I
like
got scared.
sleepovers. I feel like. I'll watch
Yes.
that and just feel like kind of gross because it's 3 a.m. and I'm tired, but I can't fall asleep.
They'll just make a joke sometimes. Like that's the thing. Like even the new seasons
Yeah.
are great, but they'll have like one joke every 3 episodes. That's just one of the absolute funniest jokes I've ever seen.
Yeah,
in
there's
my
like
life.
one that like goes on, not like it's long enough to be funny. It's not like okay, I get it,
Yeah. They love to hold it out. And just
but
see,
I
that's what I'm
appreciate
saying.
it. I appreciate it. Though.
That's what I'm saying about the blackout. Like Family Guy will just do that. They'll just cut to that clip of Conway Twitty for like 2 minutes. And you're like, is this even funny? Like, do we even like this? And like,
Yeah.
it is. But like, I want a movie to do something like that.
One movie has I feel like taken that. I think Everything Everywhere All at Once took a lot of risks.
Oh yeah, no, that's
like
one
to
of
the point where like
I
you're
love
like
that
this
movie.
is insane
yeah.
kind of
Yeah,
vibe.
yeah.
Yeah.
There was like a Rick and Morty episode. If it was, I don't know. Like if Rick and Morty's
Right.
obviously very smart, got good heart, but Everything Everywhere All at Once just hit
Yeah.
me different.
Did you see The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent?
I did.
It was really good. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I liked it. You know, it was. I couldn't get past the feeling of like they just like came up with that idea for it, and we're just like, let's just piece it together however we can. So the story
Okay.
wasn't giving it to me.
I think I just saw
But-
it in like a perfect place
Yeah,
because Nick Cage was in the audience.
he was in the audience
For on the South
by
by So I was
Southwest.
like, okay, I'm never gonna appreciate a
That's
movie
magic.
like this. Like, I'm never gonna watch that movie again because it won't be as good as this.
It can't be.
Yeah.
It can't be. Pedro Pascal was great. Like,
Yeah, he's really good.
They had a nice cast built around it. And Nick, you know, it was good. Like Nick was clearly enjoying himself, and so
Oh,
I'm just
yeah.
happy for him.
He should. I hope he has a bit of a renaissance. In a way, I don't know what else he has coming down the pipeline.
I'm surprised he hasn't gotten chosen by Tarantino.
I know. I've heard that
I feel
going
like-
around like he would do great in the Tarantino flick,
Yeah, he could
I
also
think he
go
would.
like the Aronofsky route.
like Brendan Fraser.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just get chosen to do a super dramatic role. I guess.
I mean, he
that wouldn't
can
be
do
out of-
that.
Yeah, he's got that range.
I haven't seen all his dramatic stuff, which I need to see, but he definitely could. But I want to see him be nuts. Like I
Mhm.
want him to see in a Tarantino like play a crazy motherfucker.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I
like-
feel like Tarantino could do something crazy
like
with him.
I don't even know, like Old West or Tarantino should do like a sci-fi movie and cast Nick Cage.
Yeah, is he done or is he working on more stuff?
I mean, he says he's gonna make 10, and that'd be it, because he's like other directors like they go too past their prime. And my argument against that is like, even if you make 10 movies that are amazing and you make 5 that are trash to finish off your career, you'll still be a legend.
Yeah.
Inglourious Basterds won't be worse because you made some shit movie when you're 75.
Yeah. And
So I'm like, why don't you just keep making them as like you want them, you know?
Yeah, I feel like he's at a place where, like, you know, he can miss, but he can't miss that much. Like, he's got his voice. He knows what he's doing. Like,
yeah, unless he like puts so much pressure on himself as he gets to like the 70s.
What like directors do you think he's citing? Like, maybe there's like.
I mean, like if you look at like Rob
directors.
Reiner,
Yeah.
maybe, but I don't know if I think it's
looking at,
more
like-
he just stopped, not that like he made bad stuff.
Yeah.
I
I'm
think
just like
it's-
looking at Spielberg and Scorsese. Like, you know, they're still making good stuff. Like, it's not
Yeah.
maybe as good some people might think, but it's still solid.
Yeah, and like, I guess he's got a point in the sense like he hasn't really missed. I don't think I didn't like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood that much as the other stuff.
I like it more and more the more I think about it and watch
Yeah,
it.
I don't dislike it by any stretch of the imagination, but like he hasn't really missed at all.
No.
So maybe that's kind
He
of
hasn't. Honestly, he hasn't. The only one I haven't seen, Jackie Brown, and it's shameful because I've heard it's actually so good.
Oh
and that's one
yeah,
of those that
I
people
actually haven't
overlook,
seen that.
and so I'm one of the people overlooking it.
Yeah,
But,
me too.
like, it's
I've
the
started it a bunch, but it's always late at night and
Just
I
watch
fall
it.
asleep.
True Romance as well.
Did he write that?
Yeah, he wrote that. It was so good. So clearly a Tarantino movie as well.
If you count, what's that Robert Rodriguez movie? Have you seen Dusk Till Dawn?
I haven't. That's probably
It's-
yeah.
It's a miss for me.
It's a miss.
If you count that as one of
I don't.
his.
I don't. I only count the right direct combo. Like
Yeah.
Death Proof, it's a hit. Have you seen it?
I haven't.
I watched it
Did
by
he direct that?
myself. What's that? Yeah, he directed and wrote it. I watched it by myself, and then I saw it in L.A. at his theater on a midnight showing, and that was.
Does he still have the
incredible
theater?
experience. Yeah, New
Okay.
Beverly.
Okay.
And you know, just packed theater watching Death Proof. It's just this really cool. It's very him. It's honestly one of my favorite movies because he
Really?
kind of. It's like he's not dialed up. He almost dialed back.
Okay. I feel like aren't like what's that type of film called again?
Grindhouse.
Grindhouse.
Yeah, so it was part of that double feature. But yeah. The Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, like I love a movie to really scratch that Hollywood itch. And I feel like Babylon is gonna be the one that scratches
Oh.
it just right.
Yeah, that looks really good.
Damien has not missed yet.
No, he hasn't yet. Even First Man was like really good.
Yeah, First Man on the second watch, I'm like, wait, like this is a 10 out of 10. The first time I was hesitant. The second time I was blown away. Some of the just most intense scenes and just tears. It's one of those movies. Just had me by the balls, start to
Yeah.
finish.
I was watching that trailer like over and over again.
When it dropped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Brad Pitt makes me a little nervous too, because I want to see. I hope he doesn't like do himself. I want to see him like be a little more like of a character.
Yeah,
Because
he's
I feel like
fallen
he's
into
at his
that.
best when he like really lets himself be the character.
Sinks his teeth in.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what he did in Once Upon a Time, I feel like. Like, that felt like a
I
character.
felt like he was a little too reserved, but maybe that's a character, you know.
I'm comparing it, I guess, to some other stuff.
I think of like what's that movie where he's like the biker, the
Thelma and...
Coen Brothers movie.
Oh. I don't know.
No, he's like a gym guy.
I
they
don't know.
want-
Oh, Burn After Reading.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I like that, or like I even like Bullet Train. How he was like he played that.
See, I heard Bullet Train was like he was just doing himself, but I never
Yeah.
saw it.
I think it fit more than other stuff though.
Yeah. Riley.
Riley, you're a nut.
Riley. Why is she named Riley?
I can't remember. I think something to do with the red hair that she has or ginger hair. Kind of. I can't remember. My mom might have known a Riley, or there's like some famous Riley with red hair.
Oh. I don't see any red hair on
I
that
don't
dog.
know.
That's all.
But it's like that light brown vibe. You know, it's almost
That
like
light brown.
if you
vibe
were
that is red.
drawing a cartoon of Riley,
Uh-huh.
you might make her a little red. You know what I mean?
Riley Reed? Riley Red? What was that?
Riley, my dog. You know what I mean? How it's like if you in certain lighting, she's kind of like
No,
like
I
that-
see what you're saying.
autumn brown.
Yeah,
You
it just
know what I mean?
it'll sneak up on you.
So there's something like that. Like, look at her tail. Like,
But you
in
just
that
mom
lighting,
knew
it's a little
someone
red.
named Riley with red hair, and you're like,
I
let's
think
go.
so. I'm not 100%.
I'm in on it.
Sure, but I think it works.
I'm in on it.
Yeah,
Yeah. Are you familiar with the porn star Riley Reed?
I've heard the name.
I figured that was probably it.
No, I don't think my mom named the dog. porn star.
Been a lot cooler if she did.
Be a lot cooler if you did. You can bring that one up to my mom.
Dude, that's another thing
Yeah.
we got to talk about. The Regal intro with all the movie quotes.
Oh my gosh.
That's just a absolute
I-
misfire.
The problem is it couldn't work.
It could work so.
There's a couple that do work.
Yeah.
There's a couple I'm like, okay. Like at the end, the beautiful
20%
friendship I
at
thought
best.
works. I think
Yeah.
that's gonna leave a mark. That kind of works.
I don't know.
Maybe if he dropped a drink on himself
Right?
instead of popcorn.
It's like popcorn. Like that's
Yeah.
not gonna leave a mark, sir.
Oh, no, it's not. But the what do you call it? Some of them I didn't know.
Yeah, I was like,
Maybe they were from movies. And
no,
then,
they
like,
definitely were.
no one like the man purse satchel thing didn't work. So you're telling me there's a chance that didn't work for me at all? Because like
Yeah.
he said no. He didn't say, oh, maybe if someone leaves. Like he didn't even give you any room.
Yeah, I can't like help but put myself in the situation. So I'm like, if someone was like you can't sit here, and they were like, so you're telling me there's a chance? I'd be
No.
like, I feel like there's not. I don't know why you're dropping a Dumb and Dumber reference on me, but get out of my
Like
face.
I don't know. That writer's room needs to like. They're like, all right, can we just get some quotes on the board? All right, let's just put them in a row.
Yeah,
Like there was no thought to it.
yeah. I was a Regal guy growing up my whole life. I was pretty passionate about it. I did 1 year of AMC stubs, and I'm like, I'll kill you over an AMC Regal debate for sure.
You choose AMC over
AMC,
Regal?
yeah.
I've heard that too, but
It gives me a real special feeling.
I would go to AMC if it was the Regal is literally like walking distance.
Mhm.
So like I can't
No, yeah, not in good
convince
conscience.
myself. And
Definitely not worth
Regal was walking distance when I lived in New York too,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like got a special place in my heart because that's the one I would go to when I was like
Yeah,
growing up.
yeah. I mean
But-
that Regal right by where we went to high school.
When
Regal
I
24 Hollywood shout out.
yeah Regal. I would
That's
before.
that place will have the special feelings.
Yeah.
Hit a Force Awakens there.
Dude.
Hit a mural on the Dying Girl.
That theater's
Dope.
always dead, but like during Force Awakens, oh
Hit
my
Insidious
God.
2 there. Premiere. Line out the door.
Line out the
Sick.
door.
Sick.
Oh my god.
Great memories there.
Yeah, for me it's the Regal Perimeter Point as
Fault in Our
well.
Stars.
Perimeter
Perimeter Point, yeah, that was your spot. That one has
Yeah.
some room. See, like that's where like I got that Regal. It's in my blood, but I think there's the guys I was watching movies with in New York would just get so hype about AMC, the AMC stubs. The way they would talk about it would get me jazzed.
AMC
about
does have a good Regal is unlimited as opposed to AMC, which is
it.
nice.
Yeah,
But it's not. I mean, it's not like you're really gonna like need the other stuff. But
yeah. The AMC thing stress you out, especially if you're like trying to like lend a friend a ticket. Like today, like you like could just hook me up with your mom's, not worried about like
well, that's because like I can like add her on my like thing. Yeah, so like it's like whatever.
Yeah, AMC has that too. Like you can buy the ticket for them. Yeah, yeah, and then of course the Nicole Kidman commercial, which if you
I've looked it up. Yeah, I do appreciate
you got to
it.
see it in theaters. The first time it hits, you're like you know you're not really paying attention. You're like I don't like why Nicole Kidman like who like, and then you're just sitting there and then you just hear that line. You hear the line, "Heartbreak feels good in a place
It
like
does
this."
though.
And you're like all right, like that's spit truth. And then like you go back and see multiple movies there. And you're like, wow, she's just capturing the essence of like what I love about movies.
I know.
And the like heartbreak feels good in a place like this. I'm like that's the tagline for like movies.
I
Like
know.
movies, heartbreak feels good in a place like this.
AMC just needs to put that outside
Yeah,
their theater under the sign.
they like access something deep there. Whoever wrote that, like the writer's room for that was going off.
I do wish a lot. Like I feel like the theater here is very it's very dead a lot, and I feel
Mhm.
like no one here like no one here is gonna like go nuts for a movie. It's just very like suburban
Yeah.
families. Oh, let's go to the movies.
Mm-hmm.
But like I feel like if I go to AMC, I'll get more like fans.
Yeah.
You know
I would
what I
say
mean?
that's definitely that might be something I was like
Especially this Regal.
feeling.
So that makes me want to really get stubs too. But like I can't. I don't know if I can do both.
Yeah.
$50 a month.
I was gonna say it's like the Regal felt kind of like low vibes today. But,
It is low vibes usually.
but like
Even when it's like Top Gun, it's low vibes.
yeah, but like 350 on a Thursday is also not the prime time.
No,
for
no,
good
no, no,
vibes.
no, no.
So I hear you though. I hear you.
Well, like even Top Gun was like the most vibes I've ever felt in that theater,
Mm-hmm.
and like
It was still kind
it was still like no one's gonna be like, whoa, no one's gonna cheer.
Mm.
And like, I'm never gonna cheer, but like, I kind of want some people who
If people
I don't want them
do,
like
the
talking,
theater's going insane.
but I
I'm
want
going
them
insane.
being like I remember in Star Wars when like
I love those Star Wars screens. that
when
we
the
went and
Falcon
saw.
shows up and everyone's like, oh,
Dude, I have that wonderful video of you just watching the credits
Dude.
after Force Awakens with tears coming down your face.
what a film.
I put a camera with flash on right in your face, and you did not even flinch.
Well, it's
You're
like
just in it.
that film is like the peak hope of cinema I felt in my life, because at that point no other Star Wars movie had come out post it that could like mess with it.
Yeah.
So it was like that movie, and J.J. Abrams is so good at starting films that like that film opened up the world. In a way, it closed off a lot of stuff by like killing certain characters, but it opened up so many possibilities.
Yeah.
And I was like, and the fact that it was actually good, like I wasn't like disappointed walking out of that theater, made it just like,
Yeah.
I was just feeling it so good. Like it was like, this is everything I wanted.
No, it's and I think I saw that. I literally saw that movie. I think like 8 times in theater.
Yeah, same. It was awesome.
It was a great
Theater
It
experience.
was great.
Yeah.
It was great. I had 0 complaints, and then the other 2 did not live up. The second one I kind of liked, but
The second one I didn't like in theaters, but now I actually love it.
mm-hmm.
And the third one I was like, oh, because it felt like I'd had the JJ directing style that I enjoyed, and
Yeah.
but then I was like, oh, I loved it, and I walked out. I'm like, actually, the more I thought about it, the more I hated it,
Yeah.
and it was just like, damn. I don't know. I want them to bring John Boyega and Daisy Ridley back to do another one.
Yeah, it's like they set up those characters so
but I think
well
they just
in
hate
Force
it so much. Like
Awakens.
John Boyega like hates them movies now,
Oh.
and I'm like, please bring him back and just do him justice.
I feel like J.J. Abrams should have like
Just had a
gave
plan.
up his life and like done all 3 movies like as pure.
I know, because you
auteur
can't come back and be
experience.
like, oh, I didn't like what this other guy did.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, rewatching that movie, I really like it, what they did with The Last Jedi.
They had good comedy. They had great action. The first 2. So I was impressed. Like you know, like I'll never forget the Millennium Falcon. John Boyega like does
Yeah.
like the cuts the engine, falls, hits the
yeah,
engine. Like that's
Fire.
the first time you saw someone do that. I've seen it like 2 different movies now, but like that was like
yeah,
fuck out of here. That was the
yeah.
sickest
Just
thing.
the stuff you hadn't seen in the movies before,
Yeah.
and like, oh my gosh. And I just think they like trap themselves by saying, "Oh, we're gonna make a trilogy." It's like, just make the story keep going.
Yeah,
Like, you
just
don't have to
make
like
movies.
finish it ever.
Oh,
You literally don't ever have to finish this. Marvel never had a finish.
yeah.
They had like 30 movies before they finished it.
You fuck up the storytelling if you're like not letting it happen kind of
Yeah,
naturally. In a
even
way.
if you don't have a plan, that's fine. But don't have a plan for like a set number of movies.
'Cause
Just
they
say
don't-
like, we're gonna make movies indefinitely.
yeah,
you know?
we'll make movies.
It's kind
They'll
of like when-
probably wrap up in a trilogy, but like you know,
But it doesn't
don't tell
have to,
yourself
you know?
that. Yeah,
like
a
remember when we,
quadrilogy, go insane.
when we tried writing a script together in high school, like 1 page at a time.
That was fun. Dude,
I was awful at it because I was like, no, I want it to go this way. I want it to go this way, and
Yeah.
that's the trap you run into if you don't have people doing that.
Yeah,
Like if we did that now, I'd build off what you say.
yeah, you just
know,
take
I
what's
wouldn't
there,
like,
go.
oh, I want it to be an adventure movie.
Yeah, no, but it probably reads well. I would love to find that document
Yeah.
somewhere. I
No, but
forgot.
they
It was
deleted
like
our
an
high
Indiana
school
Jones
emails,
thing.
so like we couldn't find. No,
It's
I still
nowhere.
have a great. I still feel like that could be a great movie. Like a dude in an airport runs into a girl going to Egypt. They're the only people on the flight. She has some beef with her dad.
Yeah.
They get wrapped up in this like adventure where she steals this thing from the dad, and this guy gets thrown into this like adventure.
I'm in.
You know, it's like Indiana Jones.
We
It's like
can
the
do it.
Mummy type. Mummy 4. Brendan
that-
Fraser is the dad.
With the Mummy 4 script is what we were touching
Yeah.
on. No, dude, it makes me think I'm like it's the same thing. Like I want to hear like movies doing something interesting like that. Like you know, it wouldn't make money, so you couldn't. But like if you heard like 2 writers were passing a script back and forth like that, and you're like, oh, that's how it was written. Like let me go check that out. That sounds cool. Like that would bring me to a movie theater, or like
Yeah.
the way like a song will have like you know you got Drake like featuring you know Kanye or something. Like if it was like yeah, this is a Scorsese movie, but like Spielberg.
Featuring Spielberg.
Spielberg hopped in a few scenes.
That would be sick.
You'd be like, oh shit, like you know, like spice it up, make directors pop stars, rappers.
I mean that's kind of what it is with some like when there's like a cameo as an actor, like that's just like a movie featuring this person.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
what was it? Who was in Black Adam? Fucking Harry Winkler.
Yeah,
He
for like
played
a
the-
second.
The
Henry.
father Atom Smasher. It's like, oh, okay. Weird, but okay.
Barry's a whole other conversation.
Very is good.
Shit's
I
lit.
haven't caught up with that. I gotta catch up with season 3.
It's good shit. But no, I'm just thinking. I'm like, what combos you're like watching like a Chloe Zhao like Midwestern like drama. It's like, but it's like featuring Adam McKay. Will Ferrell like.
Oh, weird.
It's Francis
like that type
McDormand
of
working in
Adam
an Amazon Prime
You know, I can
warehouse
actually
and
see that,
Will
though.
Ferrell shows up and he's like, I don't know.
Because Adam McKay is like, maybe he wasn't the best choice. Because Adam McKay kind of is that vibe now. He's like that political
Yeah, I guess that's true.
guy
I was
now.
imagining like early McKay.
Oh, early McKay, like Step Brothers.
Yeah, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
There's some good combos out there.
I'd be down for that.
I'm just thinking what would get me in the theater, get me hype.
Scorsese featuring
Like
Taika
lids
Waititi.
off. Yeah, just
Yeah.
lids off. Just start.
Yeah,
making
why
shit.
not, right?
Yeah.
That could be a studio, I feel like what's a name that implies like weirdness, like I don't know, like some studio that only does films like that.
Like weird production
Like,
methods.
Scorsese writes a page, passes it to Spielberg,
Mhm.
passes it back, and they both have to direct it together.
Or something. Yeah. That
Yeah.
would be sick. Like I would be like,
that would
holy
be
shit.
a challenge, you know? But they'd be like, I don't want my name on that, you know?
That's for the next generation. I'm sure it'll happen like that somehow,
Yeah.
some way. But like if it was like passed between like 20 filmmakers, like some script written by like 20 different people. I don't know. There's been like, there's been some horror movies that have done that, or it's more so like an anthology. There's a movie called The Signal, which I'm sure you
I
haven't
don't
heard
know.
of. But basically it was 3 kind of horror movie directors, and it's all one coherent story, but one of them wrote the first act, one of them wrote the second act, and one of them wrote the third act. And they wrote directed
Wait, is
each
this
act
like-
of the film.
What is this, a horror movie?
It's a horror movie called The Signal.
This reminds me of like, isn't VHS something like that?
VHS, that's like straight anthology. This is like you have your main character and it's like going through the whole story and it like shifts. Like it's like this kind of like gritty, like kind of mumblecore sort of horror movie, and then it switches to like this almost like sitcom, gory feel, and at the end it's almost like this like action movie. But it's the same
Yeah.
story. They just kind of like directed a different piece of it. They might have written the entire script and then just been like, all right, you apply your directing style here, here, and here.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a cool experience. I didn't love the movie though. At the end of the day,
When did it come out?
I think 2007. Final answer.
2007. Okay.
Yeah,
I feel like a lot of stuff in 2000s that was like experimental came out like that.
yeah.
Maybe not. Now it's like a lot of, I don't know. It kind of feels a lot of cut from the same cloth type of stuff. I feel like people have
It
become
is.
so competent with filmmaking though
Mm-hmm.
that like no one really has like a style anymore.
Yeah, well, it's like you
Like
can.
when everyone wasn't really taught at all like a certain way to do it.
It was very different. Everything
Yeah,
was going
everything
different
was
places.
very different.
And now there is a right way. There's a right way to do it.
Kinda, yeah.
It's like people watch enough Spielberg
Like
movies and they're like, do it
over-shoulder
like
and
that.
stuff,
Like
yeah.
shit made money. Yeah, they say there's like what talent is hitting a mark no one else can hit, and genius is hitting a mark no one else could see. But it's like right now everyone's just hitting the same target, so I'm like, I'm not impressed. I'm like, someone hit a target no one else can hit, or someone hit something I'm not seeing. I'm just seeing everybody hit the same target.
I feel like I've seen some stuff recently that I felt like, damn, though. I'm trying to think. Damn. House of Dragon, I've definitely been like, there's, I don't know
Surprised
why
me.
it's so good, but I feel like it scratches an itch
It's good.
for me.
It might be better.
Like,
than
I don't know
Game of
why I
Thrones.
want to keep watching it
Yeah.
opposed to certain other shows. Like, it's not like anything crazy
Yeah.
filmmaking wise, I don't think.
It's doing Game of Thrones, but it's like it's doing what Game of Thrones did like the first like 5 seasons before it
Mhm.
got kind of too cinematic, honestly.
Too cinematic, I guess so.
I don't know.
Yeah, it kind of shortened things the way cinema is.
That's what I got. We gotta get weird with it, but I don't know if that's.
Yeah, play with the
I
form.
don't know how. A24.
Elvis played with the form. Elvis
played
I
with the
really liked.
form. Loved
Top
Elvis.
Gun was really good. Morbius was really good.
Sorry?
Bullet Train was real.
Morbius.
I was trying to throw that in there.
Just sneak a little Morbius. That'd be a good movie to watch and just commentate on during.
Oh my gosh, the dance scene though.
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen the dance scene with Matt Smith?
No.
It's like the best part of the movie.
No.
But I was listening to a podcast where the guy was talking to Matt Smith and he's like, yeah, I was on a plane with Keanu Reeves and he was watching Morbius on the flight. Something we said there, The movie's not good. Could cut about 30 minutes from it for sure.
Yeah. It was what?
But it wasn't.
Hour 40
it was
long?
not bad at all. I don't think. I think
Morbius.
It wasn't good, but
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
my biggest problem with it was long.
Yeah.
But it was I enjoyed Matt Smith was clearly having fun.
Love Matt Smith.
Yeah, he was going great.
Yeah. It sounds like some of the people walked away from Thor. Again, I kind of stopped seeing a lot of these movies, but Thor: God of Love and Thunder, I've heard it just wasn't it. But maybe it was it.
I think the visuals were actually awesome, but I feel like some of the character stuff could have been a little more fleshed out for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know what else have I thought Batman was really good this year.
Batman was that was new, different. They let Matt Reeves just do his thing, and I fucked with it. I liked it. Hit me with the 3-hour movie. I get jazzed if I hear there's a 3-hour movie that had $80 million. Elvis 245. I'm like, let's go. I'm getting
that's
a full ass
journey.
experience out of this.
No, you're gonna feel
I could come out a different person.
A whole spectrum.
Elvis, I walked out and I was like,
hell yeah,
I'm different.
Hell yeah,
I'm different. Batman, I wasn't different, but I was like, that was a good time. That was money well spent. That's the thing. Back in the day, people movies had to be 4 hours long. Because people were like, I'm not gonna give you 25 cents to go see some.
I feel like people feel more okay spending the money on a ticket if it's all right, $2.45, all right. But I think most people, at the same time, don't want to watch a $2.45 movie.
Yeah. How long was Black Adam?
2 hours, 4 minutes.
Okay. Yeah. See, that's that sweet spot where you.
I never felt like it was slow.
Yeah.
I feel it was moving at a pretty solid clip.
The whole story happened over the course of one day. Wasn't it? Wasn't it one of those?
I think 2 days, maybe.
2 days. They unlock.
Maybe when he goes back into his
little. It's 2 days.
Yeah, I mean, it never was dark though.
I'll give it a 36 hours.
Yeah, maybe. I guess.
Take the over or the under on that. Maybe the over. Did you put a bet on this game?
No, I'm done betting.
How'd that go?
I started off with $25 at the beginning of the season. Started betting on random sports, including football. Got it up to 75. Feeling good about myself.
Yes, sir.
Lost all that.
Oh boy.
Put in another 25.
Oh boy.
Lost all that. So I'm like, might as well just have $50 in my bank account.
Yeah. No.
Maybe next year, if I'm doing well financially, I'll start off with 200 and say this is my season's money.
Yeah.
And see what I go with it.
Well, yeah. If it just makes it fun, if it's just something fun to do, but yeah.
I think the key for me is just doing money lines. And not money lines of games I know will win, even if it's only $10 to win 5. If I put in 100 to win 50, I need to do that and not do 20 to win 80. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Keep it realistic.
Keep it very realistic. Right now,
I would have put money on the Ravens though from this game.
10-3. Yeah, right now, just throw $2 on. Do $2 bets. And just work it up. Work it up.
That's what I did. I was doing 10 to win 6 and just got that up and it was doing pretty well.
Yeah.
Then I got, then I started just doing random sports these tennis players,
that you
Japan,
know nothing about.
This one's ahead in the first set. Chances are she'll win at the end. She loses. You know what I mean? One of them I put money on and I was like, this one's going to win. And then they had a rain delay for 2 days. So I'm like, when is this game gonna finish? And then they finally did, and I think she lost her momentum. Lost the game.
See, it just breaks my heart. Sports constantly break your heart. If you put your heart into it, it will get broken.
Oh yeah.
And that's how it was with bets. It's everything this should go like this. Things should go this way, and they just never do. And you're like, how could I not see that coming?
Yeah, and I'm watching this, I'm like, oh, well, the Buccaneers are at home, so I guess it makes sense.
That is true.
But at the same time, it's does that matter?
If we could live two alternate realities, if we put money on the Bucks, the Ravens would end up winning this game, and if we put money on the Ravens, the Bucks would end up winning this game.
Oh yeah, okay. The other day, or not the other day, like 2
Shit's
weeks
rigged.
ago, when we were doing our rehearsal, I saw on the TV it was like Giants Cowboys.
Mhm.
My first instinct is Cowboys are winning that game,
Yeah,
and then I think you said
But
to me
no.
something like,
Giants are good this year,
"Yeah, you're like Giants are good this year." I'm like, "Okay, I'll throw my Giants."
and they won.
No, they lost.
They fucking lost.
Yeah,
They're
I'm pretty
6
sure
and
they
1.
lost.
That's their one loss
I
of the
think
season.
so. Let me see. Are they 6-1? Let me see.
Yeah.
Giants, Cowboys.
And the Cowboys didn't have their starting quarterback. No, it's like everybody else in this
Yeah,
world.
the Cowboys won.
Yeah.
And I was thinking like, okay, Cowboys, I feel like they're better than the Giants. Just like mentally, I was like, the Giants aren't good. But and then you're like, Giants look good. I'm
They're
like-
good.
I'm like, man, I
What's
should
the
put
record?
money on
What's the Giants' record?
Let me see.
I think they have one loss.
Like I was gonna put money on the Cowboys, and you said that to me. I'm like, and you can't let people get in your head.
That's the thing. You can't, because it doesn't make sense. No one knows anything.
Yeah. Why can't I find this?
Say, hey Siri, what's the Giants' record?
I just put Giants record, and it gives me like all the scores of their games, but it doesn't give me any other thing. Let's see standings.
Standings will get you.
Yeah, they're 6-1.
Yep. The one loss.
Cowboys are
That's
5-2
sports.
though. Like
Yeah,
that's
that's
a great.
fair.
That division is stacked.
They're getting it
Cowboys,
done.
Eagles, and Giants.
Eagles are 6-0. Yeah, that's a battle right now.
And the
It's funny.
Commanders are just 3-4. And in any other division, they'd be like second.
You don't know the sports history, but like 2 years ago, they were the absolute, like, they were the laughing stock of like sports, that
Who?
conference. Like none of the teams.
Oh yeah.
None of the teams had winning records. It was like, who would end up? I think, it was the Commanders. It might have been 2 years ago. The Commanders, at the time, the Redskins.
Yeah. I mean, they've never been good though.
No, but no, they made the. No, they were probably
You know
a football
what?
team. at
Here's
the
my
time.
idea for the Washington team.
But they made the playoffs with like a 6 and
Oh, I think I
like
remember
a
that.
6 and
Yeah.
9 record or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Like, it was like the worst record to ever make the playoffs.
I feel like the
So they've
Giants
come
were always
around.
halfway decent, and then they kind of fell off really bad, and then none of the team. And then the Eagles were halfway decent,
Cowboys were the
Cowboys are always,
the-
like-
yeah.
somewhat decent,
Yeah.
but none of them ever were like 13-3.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought I whenever come out with a new name, Washington Monuments,
Love that.
and
Love
then
that.
like
I
on the
think they're
side
looking
of
to
their
change
helmet,
Commanders.
there's like
Yeah.
coming out of the bottom is like a white like pyramid
Like-
type thing,
Yeah.
like kind of like the Ram symbol, but like straight up.
straight up. What
Like,
do you mean?
instead of,
Like
like-
the Washington Monument?
Yeah, it's like a Washington Monument, big one on the side.
Yeah.
Coming out of the bottom of the
I'm
helmet.
freaking in, dude.
Isn't that sick?
That is sick.
Then they chose like the Commanders. I don't know. It's like
Yeah.
whatever.
You think the Braves should change their name?
No, it doesn't have any connotations at all.
Yeah.
It was like the Atlanta Indians, I guess.
Indians
Well,
is rough.
Isn't Cleveland something else now? What are they now?
The Guardians.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Which I also don't love. They were considering the Spiders. I'm like, you kidding me? Spiders? That would have been
Spiders would be
sick.
okay, yeah.
Would have been sick. But yeah, with the Braves, apparently it's like there's like the Brave tribe, but also at the same time, like a Brave is just a term for like an Indian or like a Native American warrior. So like it's more
I guess
so
that
just
is
like a
kind of just
term.
like
It's like a term. I don't know.
just a weird thing to name your team. You know,
Yeah,
it's just kind of
baseball's
weird.
obsessed with Native American
It's
culture.
kinda weird,
In the
like,
20s or whenever they were
the-
getting started.
The Indians, like it's just kind of weird.
Yeah.
Like, why is that your team name? Like, you could be a tiger. You know, why are you? I don't know. It's like, why'd you choose that? You could choose any animal.
Yeah.
I'd be down with the Braves being like the Atlanta. I don't know.
Asian Americans.
I know the logo for that would not be good. That would not be good.
What if it was good? Like, what if it's just a very like standard looking Asian person?
That would just be weird.
It would be. They would never do that. But like, that's what at the time they're like the Indians. They're like, yeah.
Yeah, I guess they're like, yeah, it was a different time for sure. I feel like, well, isn't oh my gosh, what isn't one of the hockey teams that as well?
Blackhawks,
Oh,
I think.
but I thought
Maybe
it was
that's
like
maybe there's another
they
one.
had like a headdress. Are they the Seminoles? Or are they still the
Seminoles, yeah, but they have like a crazy good relationship with the
Oh,
Seminole
really?
tribes. So that's why.
Oh,
they're good
okay,
to
that's
go.
cool.
They're in the clear.
That's chill.
Yeah,
I feel like Atlanta should be like an animal though. I'd be down with that if they changed it.
yeah. I'm kind of
Or like the Atlanta Axes. That way you don't have to change much, but you still have the tomahawk.
Yeah,
Well, it's a tomahawk. The Atlanta Tomahawks.
Mm,
I don't mind that.
it's not awful. Are
Like
mascots
Braves
just
isn't
items
like
though?
awesome though.
Braves isn't, but it's definitely like it's.
But
a
it can
staple.
mean like
It's a staple.
brave, like the adjective.
Yeah, we
Like
we love our
Oakland
birds.
Athletics. I kind of like that, even though it doesn't really
The
mean
Athletics.
much. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I wanted Washington to stay the football team. I'm like, that's
I kind of fuck with that,
hilarious.
yeah.
I
And
was
just
all
have the
in on
W,
that.
the Washington football team. I kind of like that,
Like,
yeah.
fuck off. Like we're not, we're not gonna have a mascot.
Subscribe
That's
to
some
your...
simp shit.
Yeah. Washington Sims.
See, like again with the movie show, I'm like, if people just started like getting wild,
say
like,
fuck it.
everything's got to be like controlled.
Elon Musk,
They're like,
I don't
yeah,
love the guy, but he should just buy a football team and name it some weird shit.
That's the energy that we need in our world right
One
now.
day it's gonna be like one day it's gonna be like the Amazon Primes versus the like the
That's some
Seattle
Blade Runner
Primes
shit.
versus the Dallas Teslas. That would actually be a cool football symbol though, like the Tesla on the
That
side.
would kill the sport. I would want it to be like
I mean, it basically already is that. This game has fucking like sponsored by shit all over the place.
yeah. But,
It already is there.
you
You know,
get
that's the world we're
Ravens.
going towards.
You get Bucks. You're like, okay, this is
Yeah, we got
pretty sick.
Coca-Cola everywhere. Buccaneers is cool deep down. I don't like their uniforms at
cool.
all.
It
though.
is cool. I fuck with the helmet for sure.
The helmet's
flag.
okay, yeah.
People roast the Ravens uniform, but
I don't hate it.
Yeah.
I just remember in like high school, Nike would always post these pictures on Instagram of like, this is what we would look like. This is what the uniforms would look like if we sponsored the NFL. And they were so sick and like, they just like had the coolest color schemes and designs. And now
Yeah.
they actually do. And they didn't change shit. And I'm like, all right, you're full of shit.
Like, thanks, guys.
Yeah.
It's
You
one of
just
those
made it
things-
less cool. You just like took away everything that made it cool.
Yeah, it probably it's like there's like more standards you have to like abide by
Yeah,
or something. I
exactly.
don't
Like
know.
they had like gnarly pants and all sorts. Like I think Atlanta had like you know how Baltimore is like the Maryland flag is like colorful.
Crazy, yeah.
Like the pant, like they would do some shit. Like the pants would be checkered
all
and like
that,
yeah. And now it's like nothing.
Yeah, it's almost like you can't have them be too cool. Like you need them to be like kind of boring for some
Just
reason.
make like the away jersey
There's
like
so many
lame
of
as
them on
hell,
the
and the
field.
home one be like colorful as fuck.
Yeah, NBA's got some weird shit going on sometimes.
I like the Hawks ones, like those kind of checker type things they got going
Yeah,
on.
we've got the city
I like the
jerseys,
LTL ones.
the MLK. Those are pretty.
Oh, they have
cool.
MLK. I haven't seen
Yeah.
those.
What if I got you one of the MLK jerseys?
I'd wear it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you look good.
thanks.
That's like my Christmas gift idea right there.
All right. Except the sleeve jerseys. I wasn't a fan of those.
No,
The
those are
sleeved jerseys.
gross.
That's kind of lame.
Those are
Whoever
gross.
came up with that idea probably got fired. Like everyone in the meeting, he's like, "Trust me, guys, it's gonna be sick." And then they put it out, and they're like, "All right, clear his desk."
Soccer uniforms have hella ads on them. Like they're like
I know
they don't
they
even
are ads.
They don't. Yeah, they just are ads.
I kind of would be fine with that because they have cool jerseys.
Yeah, somehow you don't care
Like-
about the ads.
Like Atlanta United is like I don't even know. It's like healthcare or something. I don't know. It's like
I'm
some
out
like
of the world.
home buyer thing. I don't even know. It's like
But you just don't
United
second
Farmers
guess it.
Insurance. It's like Farmers Insurance or something. But it looks cool. Or like the Seattle Sounders was the Xbox.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, my dream in life is to own a sports team. I think
Like
that
if
would
we
be
had
the coolest
Coca-Cola jerseys, that would be cool. Or like
thing.
Pepsi.
That's
Yeah.
like very Atlanta. Yeah, I'd be in on that.
Yeah.
If you could own a sports team, what sport would you want to own a team in?
It used to be like young me would probably say like the Atlanta Hawks, but like deep down, I think like sport environment wise, I feel like I've always been drawn maybe more to like I haven't seen that show, The Welcome to Wrexham. Have you heard of that?
No.
It's Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney.
Oh, yeah.
buy
yeah,
a soccer team. I think I'd own a soccer team.
Okay, when you say that, like their characters do, or is it like a documentary?
No, a
about them?
documentary about them buying a soccer
That's
team.
Sick.
Yeah.
I want to check that out.
Yeah.
Is it
It's on
MLS?
Hulu.
What is it?
No, it's in it's like a league in England.
Let's go.
But I think Rob McElhenney, like, I think the show opens with like a joke. I don't know how true it is, but he's like, yeah, like I had this idea to do this or whatever, and so I called up someone who I knew like had the money to do it. And called Ryan Reynolds or whatever, and like they bought the team, and kind of like it's about them, like, you know, like because the town revolves around the soccer team, kind of like it's like a cultural thing, And I think that's what's cool to me about it. Like if I had a soccer team, that would be
Mhm.
really cool.
Yeah.
Like I feel like the fans for soccer are invested like no other.
Yeah.
So I'd probably buy maybe an MLS team and try to make it more like
Bring that culture.
bring the fun to it.
Yeah.
a
I
little
wonder
bit.
if the MLS will ever get on that tier. I don't think they can. I
think they could.
I don't
I think
know.
it is.
It's getting a
I
little bit
think
better.
this generation, like if you take 20
They
years
just have
ago,
to offer more money, right? They got to be able to.
well, they got to make more money.
Make more.
20 years ago versus now, I think we're getting there. In another 20 years,
Maybe.
I think we'll be there.
Maybe. I mean, sports. they'll always be around. Like
It
sports
won't
will
ever
never
be
go
like
away.
football, I don't think, though.
No, but like football might one day just not be a thing. Like
I can see that. It's kind of like
it's it's bad for the humans playing it. It feels like. I mean, I don't have a problem personally, but
no. I mean, if you're doing it, sorry, Patrick Mahomes, you're making $350 million.
yeah,
You can do it.
I'll do that 100%.
You can do it.
100%.
Yeah. I'd go out there and get my shit wrecked every day if you gave me 350. Like, put me in at quarterback right now for 350 million. I'd get like sacked every. I don't care. Like
Again,
you can
that's what-
I'd take all those hits.
That's
I'd
what
probably die, but
That's what I need. Again, like just this left field shit. Like it's like some teams like 1 in 12 in the season. They're like, all right, like we're bringing in like the best 18-year-old Madden player to be our quarterback for a game, and he just gets sacked 20 straight
that
times.
would be sick.
That makes me watch.
Give him
I have to watch
give him one series. Like we're gonna sacrifice. We got the ball first. It's 0-0. We got a whole game ahead of us.
I mean, he would
Give
throw an
this guy the
interception
first
on the first throw.
Maybe not though.
If he got tackled once, he'd fumble. Like there's no.
No, but you bring a kid or like someone who like this kid, he loves football.
Yeah.
Like find the most passionate kid
The most passionate
you have, and that
12-year-old.
kid will give it all. You know what I mean? The most passionate 14-year-old who didn't make the football team in high school.
I want a professional football league for like preteens. I think I would watch that.
I mean, it would just be like college, where it's like these kids look like they're not in college because they're like already like
Yeah.
27.
But like they look like they're like a high school.
It would just be
team.
13-year-olds who are already like 18.
Yeah. Yeah. What are you gonna do? I think sports, as far as that goes, football, basketball, baseball. I just don't know who's gonna knock them off those pedestals.
No, that's what I'm
Gaming
saying.
might.
Like,
People like watching the
Oh,
League
shit.
of Legends and shit.
this is insane. 70 yards?
Easy.
Oh my gosh.
Good from 71. That could have been good from 72. Yeah. This dude, I don't know if you know Justin Tucker. He's like the best field goal kicker of all time.
Really?
Yeah. He just doesn't miss. He has the highest percent. He hits like 96% of field goals.
I mean,
like,
if you're a kicker, like that's all you got to do. Like,
I know. That's what people say. And I'm like, maybe it's harder. Maybe enough people don't like
It's just the pressure. It's like you can talk like. It's like when you first start acting or whatever, you're like, oh yeah, I can do that, and then as soon as someone puts a camera on you and say like, oh no, believe it now. Yeah, you're like, how do I talk? Yeah, like what do I do? What?
Yeah, he's about to knock this stuff.
He gives me. He looks like he has a lot of confidence.
Oh, yeah.
Like he just gives me that vibe.
It's a 61-yard field goal. This is like,
Oh, is he on the field right now?
yeah, he's about to kick a 61-yard field goal. I have him in fantasy. And then, like, I'm talking him up. He's going to make this look like light work. Like, this is going to go dead between the two. Like, and, like, kickers don't do that. Like, he's the GOAT. It got blocked. I knew that shit would happen. See?
Yeah, I thought something would happen. I was like, oh, it looks good.
Got blocked.
It's looking good, and then it's just coming down. Yeah.
I'm getting hyped. We should each throw one of us bet on the Ravens, one of us bet on the
We should do that next time.
Yeah. To see how it works out. $5, nothing big.
Brady's happy.
He's feeling good.
I feel like he has this feeling though. He's probably like, damn, I'm like unfulfilled right now.
Yeah.
He's definitely probably out of his mind right now. I don't know.
This is his last season for sure. Which I'm fine with. Falcons might make the playoffs because of him being a bum. Actually, hopefully they win this game.
Yeah, we need that. Falcons are in the have a chance. Hey, we just saw this #1 movie in America. Yeah, like what?
90% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I mean, at the end of the day, and 90% of Rotten Tomatoes. just means 90% of people gave it a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, but I feel like you buy that. Like, it's such a big thing now to be certified fresh. I feel like you can buy it.
I think you can, but I think you can
I've
tell.
seen some movie reviews
But
on-
superhero movies are so easy to get good reviews on.
Yeah.
Like and I felt like that was a little. It was fresh.
It's all algorithms and formulas, like to figure out. Like, it's just
But
critics picking yes or no. But they figure this shit out. Like with data, you can figure out how to like manipulate anything, and that's like data is what's driving the movies that we're watching. Like data studies,
Oh yeah,
and that's what I think I don't like about it.
yeah. I did.
They don't know they want.
I do feel like Black Adam was different enough though from Marvel for me to like enjoy it a little
It was
bit.
different, but
Not like a ton, but
I was not surprised or saw pretty much anything original.
like I kind of like I liked how unoriginal it was in a way. Like it felt like so telegraphed. I was like, this is awesome. Like when Paint It Black started playing, I'm like, they just needed a pop song that is fire. Like it wasn't even like creative or original. It's like something we would do in our high school action movie.
Yeah.
Like
You're just like
the slow motion, we would do that shit all the time. And then
world is a vampire.
yeah,
Yeah, that's sick. Put that in.
it didn't come back at all. Yeah, I wasn't even listening to it, but they like played it like it was.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Every trailer now I've also noticed is like
Barack is like, that would be badass.
yeah. Rock was like put that shit in. He's like, I love Paint It Black.
Big Stones guy.
And then what was the post credit scene?
Superman.
Superman showed up.
That's kind of a big deal though, because he was apparently he wasn't supposed to come back.
Really?
Yeah, and but then Warner Brothers got new leadership, and now they like him, and so he's back.
Oh.
Like Henry Cavill had him in Superman forever.
People keep telling me, or people keep asking me if I'm back. I'm thinking, yeah. I'm thinking I'm back. People get really hype about the John Wick movies.
Yeah,
They're good.
they are good.
Very good.
They also played the old Superman score, like the old.
Oh,
old
they
one.
did,
That
they
gave
did.
me some feels.
They did.
I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, it was, it was hype. It was an empty
I'm hyped.
theater.
I'm hyped for the DC universe going forward. I'm hyped for the Flash. I really am. He's like my favorite superhero.
Is it still Ezra, the boy?
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Can't reshoot a $200 million movie.
But
Have you seen that clip?
If it's what Batwoman, you can just shelve it for 90
Yeah, but
million.
that was less money. It didn't tie in, and
Yeah.
you know,
You need the Flash.
200 million. Batman was like 70 million, and
What do you-
wasn't finished yet. This movie's finished.
What do you think's going on with Ezra?
I heard he's like in rehab now. Did you see that clip from the behind the scenes of the Justice League?
No.
He's like, I am criminally excited to be the Flash.
Oh.
He says that. Yeah.
Like, damn, dude.
Let me go to the
It's like,
charger.
I'm gonna fucking murder someone. I'm so hyped right now. I'm gonna fucking commit tax fraud. I'm feeling insane. Jonah is working on putting a charger in the computer. The director? Yeah, Andre. Oh, he is? Yeah. Horror movie directors get those superhero movies. That's what I'm learning too.
I mean, it was a pretty big movie though.
It was. That was good. You see it? It?
You trying to make jokes?
No jokes here. No jokes here.
Trying to make jokes with me? Was that in high school?
No, we were in college. For sure.
Second one, I know we were.
Yeah, second one, yeah, no.
Second one was senior year. First one must have been freshman year, sophomore year.
Sophomore year for sure. Yeah, sophomore year was low-key a good year for movies. I just remember Star is Born hit.
Oh yeah, that year like restored my hope in the world.
It really did. I
Because
think if we
Star is
looked back
Born.
at the list, it would be a really good list of movies. Ooh,
What came out that
Falcons
year?
versus Panthers next Thursday night. Pretty hype matchup. Star is Born is all that matters. That's one I rewatched that movie with my cousin on a Sunday at noon. Just sucked the air right out of the whole day.
Oh my gosh, I was out of that. I was in that theater sobbing when she goes up to perform. Chills all through the body.
Bro,
I was on the phone like crying to my mom.
that's one of the
at
best.
New York night.
Yeah.
Like, that shit's nothing like that.
No, that whole movie's great. Lady Gaga's absolute hero of mine. Bradley Cooper's off one. Directing debut, just
Yeah.
absolutely great watch.
You hyped for Joker too? Starring
What's that
Gaga?
gonna be about? I haven't even heard that. Starring who?
Gaga? And
Is she gonna
Joaquin?
be
She's playing Harley Quinn.
Yo.
Musical?
What?
Yes. I'm dead ass. Have you not heard this?
It's a musical?
Yes. You got to keep up with news
Bro.
in our industry.
No, you're doing that for me.
Yeah. The musical starring Gaga and Joaquin.
That's insane.
I know.
Is it Todd Phillips?
Yes.
Bro, that's a left field play. Like, I'm in.
Yeah, it's
I'm
gonna
in.
Be sick.
I'm like beyond in. Like, that's already
I
got
know.
my money.
I know.
Tell me less. Does Joaquin sing? I mean, like, I assume
I'm
he will
sure
in the
he
movie,
can.
but like, I guess he'd walk the line.
Oh.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Nice one. That was
I'm all
good.
over
That was
it.
really good.
I'm all over.
I forgot he did that.
it.
But also, I think it's gonna be like in his dream world.
Yeah.
Singing type deal.
I mean, I think that's a great, like, when you think about like what's the next step for Joker, like, yeah, put
Oh,
me in
yeah.
his madness, and how
Yeah.
you get me in his madness. Like, next step is like just a full cartoon, but I don't know.
I guess they already done that kind of.
Look, dude, perfect.
Dude, Perfect is like.
That's
What?
some cringe shit. You ever throw on one of their videos like now? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But
Like,
they've
it's-
created like an empire.
They like throw a frisbee 300 yards and it like lands in a envelope and it's like,
Just-
oh!
Run.
They just enter full sprint,
Yeah.
screaming.
They're like Mr. Beast
They
type
have a
vibes.
video game now.
Yeah.
They've got a whole franchise.
Oh my, yeah. 2018 was actually a really good year.
Yeah, no.
Paddington 2.
Dude, that was my favorite part of Unbearable Weight. That was my favorite.
That was really good.
I haven't seen Paddington 2, but I've heard
You
it's
haven't?
gas, so
It's
like
really
the joke
good,
was hitting
dude.
for me every time.
Call Me by Your Name was that year, I think,
Let's go. Great movie.
or the year before, maybe.
Like, yeah, I'll watch that movie anytime.
Yeah, I gotta rewatch it. That monologue at the end,
Beautiful.
it actually hits.
Acting's
so
wonderful.
good.
Just beautiful film. Zero complaints. Zero. Start to finish, wonderful experience. What, Lady Bird was that year? No.
I'm like, I don't know what the
That was
fuck I'm looking at.
2019. I don't know.
No,
what
I
you're
think it's
looking at.
2018.
Lady Bird?
It's gotta be right.
Maybe. Lady Bird was
Yeah,
nuts.
Isle of Dogs is 2018. Ready Player One.
I didn't love Isle of Dogs. Didn't see Ready Player One.
I liked Isle of Dogs. Didn't love Dogs.
I was expecting Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Quiet
so
Place.
Was too high. Quiet Place is a great
Blockers,
watch. Blockers, funny movie.
funny movie. See, that's what I want more of.
Dude, John Cena, underrated,
Yeah.
hilarious actor.
Yeah,
Every time
that was.
he hits a screen, it
Have you
makes
seen
me laugh.
Peacemaker?
No.
You'd like it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I'll
like
have to
John
check it
Cena
out.
funny. It's not like the Suicide Squad.
Okay. Gotcha.
No, it's like a comedy.
Did you see like?
I didn't love it, but I've heard people say they love it. I
Got
thought
it.
it was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fine. It was like, okay, I get it, James Gunn. Like, okay, you're doing it funny.
Yeah.
And he is
You're a
really
good dude.
talented, but like, I was like, it wasn't groundbreaking. Like I feel like a lot of people said.
James Gunn's tweets, definitely shouldn't have been probably fired over him, but like again, you just raise an eyebrow. You're like, I get like maybe that was funny in the mid 2000s, but like
It's just like shocking. I think. What was
Yeah.
it like? Something about like
I think he just
raping a
has
child or something.
yeah, I think he just has a bad sense of humor
I think
that's all it is.
definitely.
for tweeting.
It all worked out.
Yeah, he's doing all right.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's just like, oh, I want to have sex with Justin Bieber. And you're like,
Is that what he said?
something along those lines.
Okay.
I looked into it. I don't give it too much energy.
Okay, I'll look into that after this. Deadpool 2 I thought was okay. Solo, a Star Wars story.
Mid.
Yeah.
What's it called? Running the Parcel Sect 10. What was it? What's that called?
I'm not even gonna answer
No,
that.
you gotta answer me. I'm interested. Parcel 9? What is it?
Can make the Kessel Run in under 12 parsecs.
20 parsecs. The castle run in 20 parsecs.
Kessel Run
Kessel.
in under is it 10 parsecs? I'm pissed at myself now. I can't remember it.
Let's go.
Can make the Kessel Run under 12 parsecs. I think it's 12. How many parsecs?
What is a parsec? Can you inform me on
Well, it's
that?
actually a okay.
It's a distance.
So it's a distance, but it's used as a time in that. So what they did in the movie was so the Kessel Run was this, like, path.
Yeah.
And so what he does is he, like, takes a shortcut through a harder route so they can say he made the Kessel Run in under that many parsecs.
Oh, so it's not a
But
time.
no, it's not a time.
Okay.
Kessel Run
That widens my perspective.
in how many parsecs? 20 parsecs.
Yeah.
Can make the Kessel Run under 20 parsecs.
It's pretty accurate.
Hereditary?
Great.
Yeah. Incredibles 2? Meh. Gotti?
Sorry?
Gotti starring John
Gotti?
Travolta?
Yeah.
Tag
was good.
Tag was pretty good.
Tag was good. That was like the last.
My
Tag
PA
Blockers
debut.
was like the last whimper.
Yeah,
Of
Game
that
Night
style.
also.
Yeah,
Game
night.
Night was really good.
Game Night was good.
Um,
It wasn't as good. It was good. I liked the other two we mentioned more than Game Night. I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Alright. Ant-Man and the Wasp.
It was actually better than I expected. No.
See the Ant-Man 3
Yeah.
trailer?
Yeah, it was better than I expected. It's gonna be cool. I haven't
Yeah, I'm
seen.
actually excited.
I haven't watched the trailer, but it's Quantum Madness or whatever. What is it? Quantum
Mania.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in. That's a great title.
Yeah.
Marvel might wrap me back in. I'm not gonna catch
I'm done
up.
with TV now. I'm just not
Yeah.
gonna watch their TV because I feel like when I watch
I'll watch
the
Loki
movies,
season 2.
Yeah, I do like Loki a lot.
Yeah.
But other than that, I feel like if I keep it just the movies, I get more excited.
Yeah.
And
Agreed.
it's like, you want me to watch 13 episodes of She-Hulk, 10 episodes of WandaVision? I did like WandaVision, but it fell off at the end, I thought.
You can't make me watch She-Hulk.
It wasn't bad.
You can't
what
make
I
me
did
watch
see.
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye, I'm not gonna watch either.
Can't make me.
Nothing
do that.
against him, but like, just do a movie. Like, I'll
Yeah.
watch the movie.
And I like Haley Steinfeld, but I'm like, that's
Yeah.
just not gonna pull me in. It's just, it's
There's
not
so
it,
much
Chief.
good TV right now. It's like,
Yeah.
you want me to watch that?
Yeah. Come on.
I know.
Get out of here.
8th grade.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I've never cringed so hard in a theater.
Oh my god. I think we saw that together.
Did we? Yeah, I was like back in my seat.
That's good
back
shit.
in the seat. Mission Impossible Fallout.
Great. That was a
Solid.
really good time.
Blind Spotting I
saw
never
it
saw, but I
twice.
heard really good things.
Yeah, I heard great things. Well, my friend highly recommends it to me.
Yeah, I need to see that.
What was that? Was that a Moonlight year? No, Moonlight was 2016.
It might be. Black Klansman.
Good
That was really
watch.
good. The Meg. I never saw that.
That was a fun one. Nah,
Crazy
it
Rich
wasn't good.
Asians. That was fun.
Don't even get me started. That's one of my
Really?
all-time favorites.
Really? I feel like that would
cried
get you
strongly
at the end. Yeah.
2 different times. Laughed the whole time. Enjoyed start to finish. One of my
That was a
absolute
fun
favorite
flick.
movies.
That was a fun flick.
I'll go to the grave with that one. That might be like a Desert Island pick.
Really?
That Pitch Perfect Scream.
Really? Pitch Perfect. Yes.
Shit that I can watch a million times and never get sick of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck. What else do we got? The Nun. I never saw.
That was.
You probably saw.
Yeah, dude. It's like.
Horrible.
It's good. No, it's
Oh,
good.
okay,
It's like
good.
they basically the Conjuring movies made like their own like little Marvel universe, and like
Yeah.
the Nun's part of that, and it was like an action horror movie with some
Oh.
crazy images.
It's not James Wan though.
Pretty scary. Like people didn't like it. I saw no problem with it. I liked it.
Okay.
No, yeah, James Wan's like actually a great horror movie director. So it's like you're not gonna get that same level from anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll say *Malignant*, which was his most recent horror movie that kind of surprised me with. Didn't love. It was a lot for me to like. I didn't
feel
like
like-
looking at it. It was too saturated or something.
That's how I felt in Black Adam a little bit.
Yeah,
It was a little too much for me.
yeah,
Yeah,
A lot
I
of
feel like
CGI.
you don't need all that. You don't need the color grading to be that intense.
I know.
That's
Give me
like
natural.
me in high school on Premiere, just cranking up the shadows. We don't need that. Mandy, I never saw, but I heard it was really good.
Fun watch.
Um,
Kind of slow, but
The
still
Sisters
cool.
Brothers, I really liked.
Don't know that.
It's Joaquin and Jake Gyllenhaal, Western.
I've seen
Oh,
Mike
Little
Evans.
Women was that year, 2018.
I guess
When was Lady Bird?
that was a Christmas Day one,
Was Lady Bird when we were in high school?
dude. No. It was while we were in college, but it might have
Yeah.
been 27.
It
like
must have been.
2016.
It had to be,
2017.
or 2016 end of the year.
Yeah.
It had to be.
Yeah, no, I think I
Um,
saw it over winter break of sophomore year. No, that can't be right. I don't know.
No, because I saw Winter Break freshman year. Call Me by Your Name. I'm pretty sure. Or
Yes.
sophomore year.
Yeah,
Sophomore year.
sophomore year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, 2017 December. Yeah, that
yeah,
sounds
that
about right.
Little Women was good.
But that was
I've
only
heard
a
people
year
that
after
like-
Lady Bird.
What's that?
That was only a year after Lady Bird. Did she turn it around that quickly to make another film?
Lady Bird might have taken a second to get like pushed out there.
Yeah,
You know
that's a
what I
good
mean?
point. She
It
might
might
have
been,
started
like,
that a while
year.
ago. Yeah.
She like had it wrapped a year before it
Yeah.
actually got out there.
Little Women, you kind of just have to edit. There's no like effects or anything.
That was probably built by machine. The people I've heard that like Little Women didn't like get much from the new one, but
I
don't
didn't
know.
get much from it.
I didn't get much.
I
from
enjoyed it
Love
enough.
Greta Gerwig. Barbie.
Oh, Barbie's gonna be so
Barbie.
sick, dude. That's gonna have like such a meme culture around it. Like, you know how Minions people were going in suits to see that movie and it
Yes.
made like 150 million?
Yeah.
That's how Barbie's gonna be. People
Oh,
are
yeah.
gonna be going in droves to that film. I'm dead serious.
It's
When a
the
trailer
same-
drops, dude,
When is that next year? Is that
it's
next
got to be
March?
next year. Next year has so many movies.
It's got
coming out.
the Nolan movie the exact same weekend. I think I'm seeing Barbie first. What are you seeing first, that or Nolan?
Oppenheimer or Barbie.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm probably gonna see Barbie first.
Yeah, I think so.
Because Oppenheimer, it's like Barbie, I don't want to be spoiled. Oppenheimer, I'm like, I don't really. It's gonna be Nolan. Tenet disappointed me.
Tenet did disappoint
So-
me. It genuinely hurt my brain, and not in like
No,
Not
it
like
was
the way
Christopher
where I was
Nolan.
like, oh, he was
no
doing
one
it.
told this guy no.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like it's cool, but it's like it could have been a little bit more
Oh yeah,
grounded.
it wasn't bad, but it was like a little too.
My
heady.
brain couldn't wrap around it, and I know it's like
No.
that's cool, but I'm like I don't know,
Yeah,
just one step too
I
far.
never felt in it.
One
A
step
Star
too
is
far.
Born, Venom. A Star is Born, we talked about a little
So
bit.
fucking
Bad Times at the El Royale, I kind of
Didn't
like.
see. I
It was
heard
pretty
it's
good.
Good
It was
time.
pretty good.
Good time.
It was
My
a good
brother
time.
liked it.
First Man,
Of course.
I missed in theaters, unfortunately, but
Yeah, I saw it in theaters, but
it was only.
I
there
didn't
for a
appreciate
second.
it. Like I said, I
Hmm.
was like 8 out of 10. Rewatched it this past year. I was like 10 out of 10.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll have to rewatch it.
It's a great watch. It'll get your emotions flowing.
I like how Damien Chazelle can just like, he doesn't stick to a genre. Like he has a different style. I feel like in every movie he makes.
Yeah,
Like Whiplash and La La Land and First Man feel like different directors.
that's the dream, baby.
Beautiful Boy, heartbreaking.
Liked it. Expected
Um,
more.
Yeah, I didn't. I was mid '90s. I expected more, but the more I think
Liked
about it, the more I
mid-90s.
like
Mid-90s
it.
was sick.
The trailer, really, I love. I do really like it.
I love that like there is no third act. I was like
I
kind
don't
of
even
taken
like
back
remember
by it.
how it ends.
It's basically like the big sad that happens second act to third act, like is that car crash, but like or the car crash just happens. he wakes up
Oh
in the
yeah,
hospital, and then they watch the video and the movie's over. Like the third act doesn't even
I
exist.
kind of vibe with that.
I vibe with it. It's a pretty strong choice.
Sometimes you don't need it.
I like
Sometimes
the natural
it's good to
actors
end on
and the
that.
vibe.
Yeah,
A24 knows what's up.
they do.
They know what's up.
Jonah Hill knows what's up. Looking forward to his next feature.
I like Jonah. I like Jonah a lot. What did I see him in recently?
He has a documentary coming. Don't Look Up.
No.
He has a documentary coming out.
Don't
about
look
his
up.
therapist.
People didn't like. I liked.
I like Adam McKay. I actually even like the reporter who wrote it with Adam McKay.
Yeah.
But I felt like the film was just, as someone who even like agrees with what's being said in the film, I
About
thought it was
nature
too
and-
much.
I like it. I kind of like they were just so on the nose with like this Armageddon is the global warming.
I
And
think
you're
it's
just
a
like, I'm
victim
in.
though of it came out during COVID. Whereas if COVID never happened and that movie came out, I think people would have been like not so like annoyed with all the politics going on.
Well, yeah, it was the
Like if
annoyance
it came
of the
out,
politics.
yeah, it just came out of the worst time.
If
I
it came
think.
out while Trump was still in office, everyone would have been like, "This is the best movie
think
of
it
all
did.
time." No, it was. It was,
It was
definitely
right after he got elected.
because it was this past year, wasn't it?
No,
Was it
it was
Oscars this
during
past year?
COVID.
Mm,
Yeah, but Oscars this past year was February of 2021, which means it came out in
2020.
Okay, so it's like yeah, but
That was during Biden.
no, but
I'll put my
Trump never
firstborn
got
on it.
inducted until remember January 6th.
Okay.
Yeah, for that whole
But
thing.
yeah, no, I was still in Atlanta, and I watched. I know. I'll bet my firstborn son. You want to talk about January 6th?
No,
I'm in.
I'm not. You were there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
All right, Bohemian
First-hand
Rhapsody.
experience.
Bohemian
Still got some of the
Rhapsody.
carpet of the White House.
Oh, nice, nice. Gonna have to get a little look see at that. Bohemian Rhapsody paved the way. He walked so Elvis could run.
Absolutely.
Um,
So Rocket Man could kind of.
Walking Man got
Limp.
buried in the shuffle, unfortunately, but he deserved his time. It was way better, I thought.
Yeah. Agreed.
Green Book,
Mm.
I liked.
I liked watching the like Mahershala and Vigo. Like I liked watching them.
It wasn't like
Story
Best
didn't offer
Picture,
me
but it was
much.
good.
It wasn't necessarily pulling the curtains down on anything racially, but
It wasn't new
yeah.
information.
I
by
just
any
liked
means.
watching them interact.
Yeah, me too.
That's all.
Yeah, I could have seen them just driving the whole time.
So that was the best
I like
picture
a
of
road trip
2018.
movie too. I like a good road trip movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The scene where they're eating the chicken legs. is
Yeah,
pretty good.
that's classic.
Great scene.
Yeah.
Great scene. There's a lot of just great scenes.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a fundamentally, good movie.
I agree. They just check the boxes.
Yeah.
Instant Family. Do you see that starring Mark Wahlberg and Rose?
That's another one.
That's a solid film.
Oh God. Again, crying. Cried like 5 times.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
That adoption shit was getting to me.
Damn. Okay.
Made me laugh. Recommend it to anyone
Yeah, great
who wants
film.
to watch it. Love
Shot
it.
in Atlanta.
Love
Shot
it.
in Norcross.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
recognize some shit. Love
Yeah.
Simon shot in Norcross. I love Simon. You ever
Solid film too.
Love Simon.
Yeah, made me like that actor more. That actor kind of was but maybe that just means he's a good actor because I think of him in Jurassic Park, where he's like the Jurassic World.
Do you think of him in Kings of Summer?
Oh my gosh, yeah,
Yes,
King of Summer is
sir.
great. Actually,
How many
King of
times have you
Summer-
seen that movie? That might be an island movie for me.
Maybe 10 times probably
10
in
times?
my
Okay,
life.
good,
in my
good.
life, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
That movie takes the cake.
because I saw it a lot growing. It's a movie where I look up scenes from too. Very big. It was in that Dead Poet Society.
Biagio.
Yeah, Biagio. Oh my gosh, that kid needs to be in more films.
That performance. Biagio needs his own spin-off film.
He does.
He's like, I think I'm gay. He's like, what? Why are you? What do you mean, Biagio? And he's like, my lungs fill up with fluid once a month. He's like, that doesn't mean you're gay. It means you have cystic fibrosis.
Oh my gosh, what else did those people direct? They directed some big movie too.
He did
They came
Kong Skull Island. Yeah,
Well deserved. I didn't see them.
you got to get that payoff.
Yeah, why not? One for you, one for me. There was another one on here. The Ballad of Buster Scruggs I enjoyed.
Didn't watch.
Creed 2.
Yeah,
Fire.
Good watch.
The Favorite. Fire.
Pretty good.
I liked it.
I like his other stuff more.
I was going to say I hit that one more than his other stuff.
I liked that more than The Lobster, though.
The Lobster I was kind of disappointed by, not because it was bad,
Yeah.
because I think I had an expectation reading the logline,
Mm-hmm.
and it was played so, like, straight
Mm-hmm.
that it almost was like, dang, I wanted it to be a little more fantasy.
Yeah.
But, like, that's on me.
Now that you know who
Yeah, that's
Yorgos
on
is,
me.
yeah, it's like that was not coming. You got to see Alps. Do you know what that's about?
Is that, like, his first one?
No, his first one's Dogtooth, which is pretty fucked up.
Okay.
But Alps is basically the premises, and it's these. He has great premises, which I love. Basically, it's this troupe of actors, and what they do is like you get hired by someone who like recently like lost their daughter, lost their father, or something, and like you take your time, you learn about them, and then you like will go and pretend to be the person, like put on the performance like with the family.
Is this a film? What
yeah,
am I
it's a movie.
Is it like a documentary?
No, it's
Oh, okay.
it's like a dramatic film about
Okay.
a troupe of actors. They call themselves the Alps, and
Okay, that's cool.
and so like it's like this family like loses their daughter, and like this girl like studies and goes and like pretends to be the daughter, but it's like a very like Bressonian performance is what they're giving. Like they're not like it's Yorgos, so it's like reserved. So like they're like she's being the daughter, but like in the most reserved way possible. Like they're talking
gosh.
like robots the whole time, and they're like, yes, I had like a good tennis match today. But it's good.
Are
You gotta
the
check
other
it
people
out.
in the films acting that way too, or just the actors in the film?
No, just the actors putting on the performance
Oh,
with
okay.
the people.
Weird.
Yeah.
God,
And
I
but
didn't
then
know
they
he made
take it
that.
like really seriously. They're like, you cannot like don't fuck up your performance or it ruins the illusion for these people. And like this one girl like gets like one fact wrong one time, and like her
And they're
like
what?
acting coach like beats her or something.
Oh
like,
my gosh.
But it's not like dramatic. It's like weird.
But it's
Yorgos.
like no sound. It's like no
she's
music.
like yes,
just
I
like
fucked up. Like I deserve this. Yes, yeah,
It's like-
exactly. That's what it is.
it's like nothing. Yeah.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
It's like this weird. Like I don't know how to feel about this. It's like not real enough for me to care, but it's also not fake enough for me to not.
Toes that line right
Yeah.
down the middle.
Vox Lux. I need to watch.
Yo, yeah, I told you about
I
that.
know.
Yeah, that's one of those you watch the first 20 minutes, you're sold.
I know. That's what I've heard.
Soundtrack for it, all done by Sia,
Okay, I
who
love.
I know
Sia.
you love. So the music from it is
Yeah.
awesome. Natalie Portman puts on an A-class performance.
Okay,
Nothing
she's
but
great.
things to say about that movie.
Aquaman, Bumblebee.
James Wong. I saw both of those.
I think they're both good.
Bumblebee
Both
was
solid
good.
action flicks. You know,
Bumblebee was
nothing
good.
like.
Yeah, played it right down the middle.
Yeah. Cold War. Did you see Cold War?
I watched it. I was like I
I
watched
liked
it.
it.
I sat there with my eyes on it, but my brain like tuned out. Like I have very
Really?
little memory of it.
Okay. I enjoyed it.
Powell.
Holmes and Watson.
Touchdown, Kenyon Drake. Tough. Holmes and Watson didn't see.
Yeah.
Did not see.
On the Basis of Sex, I actually really liked. It's that tennis film
Didn't watch it.
with Emma Stone and Steve Carell. Yeah, that's 2018.
That's 2018 for you. Good year. Good
Solid
year.
yeah.
You ever listen to the Big Picture podcast?
No.
They do a thing called movie draft where they just pick a year and then you get like they pick like 6 genres and then you just go through like number one pick. You're like,
What is this
2018, you're like number one
Big
pick in the
Picture.
drama category. Give me Star is Born.
Oh,
and
that's
then
fun.
they like post their lineup after they do the whole thing and everyone votes on it to see who does the best.
Okay.
It's pretty
Yeah,
dope.
we could try that for next episode.
No. We got to get a squad together for that if we did that.
Okay.
But I'd be in.
Well,
It's a good time.
yeah.
They might sue us.
Well, we can say we got it from them. I'm sure they can really afford to sue us with The Ringer.
The Ringer.
With 400,000 subs, whatever.
Yeah. It's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
That's cool.
I feel like the ceiling for our podcast is we could be like the Barstool movie podcast.
I guess so, yeah.
They could get
I'd
us.
take that.
They could
Oh,
bring us
shit.
on.
My mom called. I did not see that.
Uh-oh.
I'll call her back in a minute. All right. Well, this was a good episode.
Yeah, I had a good time.
2 hours.
First one.
Damn.
When we're on episode like 300, we'll really have a good flow going.
Yeah. Might make a whole YouTube channel of all the podcasts I do as well, kind of like a bar stool.
Yeah.
It's like ours, the one with my mom. Probably do one tomorrow. Maybe we can have like a crossover event.
JC Productions.
With all of us.
Yeah.
Our podcast is called Stir Crazy.
Okay.
You wanna listen? Have you listened to any of our podcasts?
No.
You
You
should
and
listen
your
to
mom?
it. Yeah.
It links on YouTube?
Yeah.
I'll check it
And
out.
Spotify and anywhere you find
Is
the
it movies
podcasts.
also? Or is it
Yeah,
just
we based it on movies.
Got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The idea was that we would give each other 20 movies to watch,
Yeah.
each of us, and we pick one each week to watch, and we talk about it.
So you
And
talk
I think
about,
it was
like,
a good
one
idea in
movie?
theory,
Yeah.
but I think now we're going to start doing more modern stuff and like stuff together because I feel like the problem with that is like we had some great conversations, but at the same time, like I would give her a movie and I couldn't remember like shit from it, but I remember I loved it. Or she gave me one and it's
you
like,
would have to watch it too then. To
yeah,
refresh
we
your
would
brain.
kind of need to both watch it, which we
Yeah.
should do if we did it ever again.
Yeah, but you
but-
can't watch it together.
We did watch some together and it worked.
Well, you can't talk about it then.
No, we don't talk about it while
Yeah,
we
yeah,
watch
yeah.
it until the
You get
pod.
it. You
yeah.
get it. Yeah, let's before we sign off, let's figure out what we're calling this podcast.
Do you have a name for it?
I don't know.
Neither do I.
I don't know. I
I like unnamed.
unnamed. It's pretty good.
Untitled?
Because I feel like we're not going to be strictly movies. Like I feel like we can delve outside. Well, it'll always come back to movies because that's
Yeah.
what our relationship's based off of.
Yeah, and I don't want to talk too much about my real personal life.
Oh shit, you keeping it quiet?
Yeah. I don't have like anything going on though. It's not like I'm like hiding anything.
We got stuff going. We all got stuff.
Yeah,
Got the
but it's like
drama
all
going on.
movie related, I feel like.
Yeah.
Deep down.
I hear you. Well, it'll happen naturally when it happens.
Yeah. We talked about sports this time.
Yeah,
It was good.
it'll come in.
Yeah.
We'll talk about real stuff. But we can go with unnamed.
Unnamed I kind of like. I feel like
Yeah.
it's kind of fresh.
I thought of I'm pretty sure there's other movie podcasts called this, but I was like
Like-
spoiler alert would be like a good
Oh, that's okay.
it's a good title.
I had a big list going for a while. Let me see what I got
Yeah.
of like podcast names.
We'll come up with something. We don't have to pick it now. That's probably a bad idea.
All right, here we go. Here's what I oh my gosh, I have a lot of these. All right. Quiet on Set.
Quiet on Set.
You Can't Handle the
Shout out
Truth.
Danny Green.
Go Picture. Hit or Miss.
I guess I know
Aimless
this.
Reviews. Inconceivable. Mom Jeans, because I was doing it with my mom.
That's a band name.
Really?
Yeah, good band.
But it was like GENES.
Oh.
Relative Opinions, because we're relatives. Bookend.
Okay.
In the Can.
Oh.
Film Membrane. A lot of these I looked up film terms.
Yeah.
Depth of field,
Okay.
exposition,
Mm-hmm.
for the people,
Mm-hmm.
guerrilla, like guerrilla filmmaking,
Yeah.
out of focus,
Yeah.
intermission,
Yep.
overture,
Mhm.
red herring,
Mm-hmm.
indubitably,
Mm.
film days,
Mm.
as DAZE,
Yeah.
watch hard,
Let's go.
mindless musings,
Mm-hmm.
wide shot.
Yep.
I kind of like wide shot. Pat on the back, home video, soft focus, trapped inside. This was during COVID.
Yeah.
Preamble, hunkered down, stuck inside, stuck at home, bored indoors, stir crazy. We ended up going with stir crazy. There's like 4 other podcasts named Stir Crazy, but like none of them are big, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Bits and pieces, frivolous, chimney sweepers. I don't even know where that came from.
You just looked outside your window.
I don't even know.
Like, that's it.
Maybe like Mary Poppins made me think of that. Oh, my mom's last name is Zimney.
Okay.
So it's like, this is a chimney.
Oh, Zimney cleaners.
Flying blind. That was taken, though.
Mm.
Yes. Jumping to conclusions.
I like wide shot.
I got it. Red stapler, like the fucking Office Space. Red
Oh, yeah,
Stapler
yeah.
Productions or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Stray Thoughts.
Okay.
That's all.
All right. I'm in on wide shot.
Wide shot.
I like
Let's see if wide
shot.
shot's taken.
Soft focus was interesting.
Soft focus makes sense too because it's like there's not a lot of focus, but we actually had a lot of focus this podcast. I feel like.
I don't know. Like, you're focused when you're doing it, but we didn't focus on one topic. We kind of
No. It adapted. Wide shot.
We were
Let's see what
softly focused.
podcast they got going. Eyes Wide Shut is one shot. Eyes Wide Shut. Eyes Wide Shut. A lot of Eyes Wide Shut podcast. That's weird.
Good movie. Great movie.
Yeah.
We could deep dive that sucker sometime. Yeah.
So what are you thinking? Soft focus or wide shot?
Soft focus or wide shot? I kind of like soft focus.
I do too.
Let's go soft focus.
Okay.
I'm in it. Soft focus
Soft
focus with Jonah Clover and Jake Shevchenko.
Sounds good to me.
I'm Jake.
I'm Jonah.
That was Soft Focus, episode 1.
Have a good night.